And then moving on to the African continent, before we take a break and bring in Mr. Olayomi Kojo. Now, France wants Mali against Russian mercenary deal. We'll be looking into details at this story because it's quite a worrying one. If Russian mercenaries now get themselves involved in the Malian issue that is going on at the moment, does it mean how is it all going to play out? Are the French now scared of losing their dominance in Mali? We'll be looking at that in a moment. But stay tuned, don't you go away. Hush Puppy, the Instagram star who stole millions. Well, we've discussed that story too on Starr Radio UK some weeks back. When we have Yomi, maybe we'll throw more light on that story as well. Leaders of political parties in Guinea met on Tuesday with members of the junta that removed President Alpha Conde from power a week ago. The meeting was the first of several that the National Committee for Rally and Development, CNRD, led by Colonel Mamadi Douamboya, is expected to have with political activists, civil society, and international representatives. The military was expected to face more pressure to set a time frame for new elections after they opened the 4-day series of meetings about the West African nation's future following the coup on September the 5th. Now, it is about the possibility to have a discussion amongst all the civil society, the Guinean civil society and the political parties, said Sidia Toure, head of the Union of Republican Forces Party, who returned to the country last weekend after spending 10 months in exile in Paris and following threats allegedly made by Conde. So what is the way forward for them? What do you think? I want to know more about that. It is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. There's some breaking news coming from Nigeria now. While we wait for Mr. Olayomi Kojo to join in, it says dreaded ISWAP leader Al-Banawi reportedly killed. How true is that? We will be looking into the once dreaded leader of the Islamic State West African province, ISWAP, Abu Musab Al-Banawi, has been reportedly killed in a gun battle with security forces in Borno State. Multiple reports have said the terrorist warlord was allegedly killed in the last week of August, shortly after former boss and esquire leader of the Boko Haram sect, Abubakar Shekau, was killed by the ISWAP group. Now, Al-Banawi, who was placed on the most wanted list of terrorists by the Nigerian army and some international anti-terrorism agencies, was the son of the late Boko Haram founder Mohammed Yusuf, who was also killed by security forces in 2009 when he launched a war against the Nigerian state. After his death, his father's death, Al-Banawi became the group's leader, but soon fell out with Shekau. And in 2016, the Islamic State militant group announced Al-Banawi as the leader of its West African affiliate Boko Haram, which was hitherto led by Shekau. Well, more updates going to be coming on that front. But hey, how true is that? And why has this information not gotten to us earlier than now? Okay, now some other stories. Over 100 die of cholera in Nigeria. Oyadepo narrates how worshippers ran mad while trying to steal in a church. Whoa, okay. And then Buhari to address UN General Assembly on the 24th of September, and I know there's going to be a protest there for the indigenous Nigerian group that are seeking cessation. Yes, there will be a demonstration on that front, but I'm bringing you more on that front in a moment. Stay tuned, don't you go away. Now, still bringing you some of the stories making the rounds in Nigeria. On the African continent, my apologies. More from Nigeria will be coming your way, as I have said. A Durham government hospital was moved to health center after testimony at committee. So, what exactly did he say, and what made him be moved to a health center? Well, is it a demotion or what exactly? Vagabond Anidoho was a nobody in Mills government, Lee Lante Vanderpoy has said. But we know that Anidoho, even when the former president died, was in serious tears, mourning for years on end. And you said that he was nobody. Why did you say he's nobody? We'll be bringing you more on that front in a moment. Well, you remember the story about these Rastafarians who was gained admission to one of Ghana's astound secondary schools, and that is the Archie School. And after a court ruled that they should be allowed into the school because the school was saying that they weren't going to allow them to do so. Now, interestingly, some Achimota alumni could be behind the decision to appeal case, Rastafarian students' father has said. So some alumni are pushing for them to be sacked again. Now, the father of Tyrone Magoy, one of two Rastafarian boys who were in a legal tussle with Achimota School over gaining admission, believes some old students association members may be engineering the case returned to court. The timing of the filing of an appeal by the Attorney General and the school at the Good morning to you, John.
Well, a very good morning, sir. I was making sure that the other platform had the speaker, the mic on, which we have already. A very good morning to you, Mr. Archie. Good morning to all our viewers, especially those that are watching us from Nigeria. I'd like to appreciate you for your time spent with us on the morning show that we're here again on Star Radio UK. And I say a very, very good morning and welcome again to the morning edition of Star Radio UK. It is your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Yes, how are you doing, sir?
Well, it's good to be back again. It's the Wednesday edition, the 15th day, and the second day of the mega rally that I've actually taken up from New York. We'll be telling you a little bit more about that. And likewise, like I said, there are quite a lot of news coming out of Nigeria as usual. I'm doing very well, and it's good to be back. And again, at exactly 6 p.m. this evening, Niger Voices will return back again on Star Radio UK.
Yes, listeners, Mr. Olayomi Kojo, all geared up, fire on all cylinders. We give updates from Nigeria. Now, I came by the story pertaining to the ISWAP leader who is alleged to have been killed. How true is that story?
Well, yes, you're quite right. Quite a lot is happening, especially when it comes to the terrorism happening in Nigeria, and as you can tell, quite a lot of Nigerians, we wake up with all kind of different news on a daily basis. We do know that there's quite a lot of operation happening, by the military back in those particular area, but the information coming out is indicating that the death of these individuals is coming up. But again, we would have to also make sure that it is something that we can verify properly, because as we do know, most times, it seems that the dead wake up, as you might want to put it that way. So when it comes to the news of these killing, one of the leader of the most terrorist group as well in Nigeria. Remember, it took us some time before we were told, Chakal was killed, but each time he was killed, he tends to be waking up back as a dead man until it was confirmed some few months back that he has eventually died. So we'll have to confirm that again and see how true that will be in the next couple of days. But again, that is the news coming out for now.
Yeah. So if it is true, let's say that it is true that this ISWAP leader has been killed. What is his name? Alpha. Now do you think that it's going to have a positive impact on the fight against terrorists or terrorism or these issues that is going on, the insecurity issue that's going on in Nigeria?
Well, when we talk about the insecurity in Nigeria, there's quite a lot of issues around it. We're not just talking about one particular group that the government is fighting. We're talking about, multiple different, terrorist groups operating in Nigeria. ISWAP is operating. We have, the neighboring country. I think, yesterday we talked about it, about almost 1,960 porous borders. That's what we have. And that is why it is easy that an AK-47 can be transported for 20,000 naira, and while a 5,000 naira you're able to transport an ammunition in every part of the country, most especially in the southeast, where in the north part of the country rather, where we've seen a lot of this atrocity. So yes, this will be a good blow to a lot of Nigerians, but again, we've got to play it down because sometimes these news might not be as what we might think, but we will have to wait and see how authentic the news will be in the next couple of hours and days.
Yeah, I get that because we don't have any visuals. Bring pictures.
Well, yes, that's the most important thing. The Nigerian government can give us that information that this particular individual has been killed, but eventually they will come out with their own videos as well. Since the government has not released any image or video to that, we can only say we would have to wait and see to get that verification properly.
Okay, listeners, Mr. Olayomi Kojo bringing updates from Nigeria. So now let's go back to him. What else is happening in Nigeria today?
Quite a lot is happening. When you look at the University of Benin, was total shut down as a student protest over 20,000 naira fee. Yesterday, and day before yesterday, I was looking at, some of our politicians, especially, the former governor of Kwara State that was celebrating, the daughter graduation from the London School of Economics, and yesterday was also a similar one from the governor of Kano State that was also celebrating, the graduation of a son here in United Kingdom from Regent University. Muhammadu Umar, who is one of the sons of the Kano State Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganjude, bagged a degree from Regent University in London yesterday, the 14th. But back in Nigeria, 20,000 naira is what took a lot of the University of Benin out on a protest, demanding a better school fees. We do have to understand that most of them do not have access to the kind of loans and activity facility or grants that you might want to think of here in the United Kingdom and outside as well. So majority of them decided to come out. So let's take a little bit more from some of the other headlines. But once again, if you've joined us because of time constraint this morning, it's exactly 12 minutes past, and this is Starr Radio UK. Hush Puppy, yes, you did talk about that. Hush Puppy is currently somewhere in America in the prison, but he has been speaking. And while he was speaking, I say good morning to you, our mother watching us all the way from Nigeria, Abiodun Taiwo, and the rest of you watching us as well. We do appreciate most of our viewers because a lot of you spend a lot of data to make sure you're in tune with what is happening, especially on Starr Radio UK. Hush Puppy, the President Muhammadu Buhari would decide on Abba Akaira's fate, according to Police Minister Dingeyadi. We do know that, with the evidence that was submitted by the American government, to ask for permission to take away, this, robot cop, as you might want to call him, Muhammadu Magari Dingayadi, the Minister of Police Affairs, says President Muhammadu Buhari will make the final decision on the DCP Abakara involvement in what we call international money laundering scheme. I mean, it's quite interesting that this government is playing, with the rule of law, but that rule of law was not played when rendition and kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya by the same Nigerian government did not allow to happen. I mean, we do know that Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, in Kenya, but the process of not allowing him to face a court in Kenya and that proceeding would have either stopped him from being moved, back to Nigeria. But this time around, the Nigerian government tends to be protecting this particular corrupt police officer that so many Nigerians have come out of extortion, killings, and so many that must have happened as well. So we'll have to wait and see. Mr. Kara is the former head of the Special Police Crime Unit. What Nigerians need to know is that the police agency have done their job properly and have done everything clearly. All that remains now is for President Muhammadu Buhari. So again, we would have loved to see similar thing happen, to Nnamdi Kanu, where, Kenyatta would have made the final decision after a court hearing if he was allowed to. But that process never took place, and we just have to wait and see. So that is part of the headline. Let's go straight to some of the other headlines as well. Yahoo boys, EFCC office opened fire on Abeokuta hotel guest group women. We do know that the EFCC seems to be going very hard on most of the what we call the Yahoo boys. A lot of people might not understand what it means by Yahoo. These are internet fraudsters that tend to use internet to scam, and do all kind of illegal activities, just like Hush Puppy was doing. But his one was more than what he can chew. Yahoo boys, EFCC officer opened fire on Abeokuta hotel guest group women. The anti-graft office has become heavily militarized after hiring ruthless officer from the police and other security agency. That is coming from that headline. VAT war, River takes FIRS to Supreme Court. We do know that Lagos, as an example, which a lot of Nigerians are monitoring and following this particular war on VAT, which is value added tax. Lagos is making about 46 billion naira every year on the VAT, but rather they're getting about 9 billion naira from VAT. So it's it kind of shows that the VAT system, according to the each of the state governors that have now decided that the VAT collection must happen in the state. So Rivers State government has approached the Supreme Court to challenge the Abuja division of the Court of Appeal order preventing it from collecting VAT in the state. River wants the Supreme Court to order that the substantive appeal by the FIRS, which is the Federal Inland Revenue Services, be heard and determined by a fresh panel of the Court of Appeal. Abubakar Malami, which is the Attorney General of the Federation, was joined as a respondent in the suit. River is also requesting the Apex Court to set aside the ruling made by the Appellate Court, which ordered the state to stop VAT collection pending determination of an appeal by the FIRS. Let's go straight to more other headline. Once again, it's 17 minutes past. It is still Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bandit kill cop, kidnap emir, passengers on what will now become the most terrorist, highway that you can think of in Nigeria this morning. Kaduna Abuja highway, we've seen a lot of atrocity, criminality, banditry, terrorism happening. And yesterday, something happened again. Police have now confirmed the adoption of the emir of Bungudu from Zamfara, Hassan Atto, and several travelers along Kaduna Abuja highway. According to the police command in Kaduna, has confirmed the adoption of the emir of Bungudu from Zamfara, Hassan Atto, and several travelers along the Kaduna Abuja highway. According to the police spokesman, Muhammadu disclosed this in a statement yesterday in Kaduna, which was about 3 p.m. The Kaduna Police Command received the tragic report of an attack kidnapping incident along the Dosso village along the Kaduna Abuja road. You would expect that the government would have done so much in this length of the road. Majority of Nigerians do not have access to travel by the train network that has been put together. That means, the chances of being kidnapped on that highway is very, very high. It's not just the Kaduna highway. We've seen similar thing in Ekiti State, in Ondo State. Last week, 18 passengers were taken away. Until now, no updates of wherever they are. And this is part of the reason why a lot of Nigerians are asking, what is going on when it comes to the security architect in the country as we speak today? where more Nigerians are fearful of traveling within interstate. It added that the Emir of Bugundu of Zamfara State, His Royal Highness Alhaji Hassan Atto, was among the people adopted to what we now call unknown destination. The police command further stated that the terrorists intercepted the commuters who fired shots at the random before adopting their victim. It is said the operatives of the command are now dispatched to restore normalcy in the area. That is, what we call death after. I'm sure you probably know what I mean by that. I mean, if they are putting the structure in place, most people would not have had that, incident happening to them, but rather it is after such incident has happened that the police tend to put this structure in place. I'm going to take two more, then come back straight to you in the studio. Plan $4 billion borrowing, 710 million euro. We've seen that it's not the first time the government has been borrowing, and a lot of Nigerians and a lot of people have been asking, what is the purpose of this borrowing and what is it going to be used for? From what we've been told, President Major General Muhammadu Buhari has now asked the National Assembly to approve a fresh external loan of $4 billion and 710 million euro for his regime. Expert and civil society organization faulted the process of approving loans for the current regime by what we call a rubber stamp National Assembly. Star Radio UK, I'll come back now to you in the studio.
Yes, listeners, Mr. Olayomi Kojo bringing you updates from Nigeria. He comes to work every weekday from 11 o'clock with that update, and he's brought us a few of the stories. We'll be looking at a couple of them. But let me say good morning to Boy Mayumbe, as he says, Koiki, please fire on. The Nigerian politicians.
It's a shredded ice rider.
But now we very heartless set of people in the one nation must stand. Okay, keep on sharing your comments, posting your comments on our Facebook page, and I promise you I'm going to read that. Okay, now let's look at a couple of the stories that we touched on. And the first one pertains to the students' protest in Benin University. And it said due to 20,000 naira. My question here is that what fees they are supposed to pay, or is that the loans that are given to them? What does that mean?
Well, when you talk about when you said loan, I mean, it would be nice. Probably maybe that was during the Second Republic when we were in the regional government. Where the people like the late Chief Obafemi Awolowo, was making sure that a lot of people in the Southwest had quality education. Not today, where most of the public primary and secondary school is no longer worth it, and most people cannot afford the private school. So what is 20,000 naira? 20,000 naira is part of what the students are meant to be paying as a fee. And when you talk about 20,000 naira, some of their parents do not even have access to that 20,000 naira as a minimum wage. So what we can tell you is, according to the Vice Chancellor of the University of Benin, which is known as UNIBEN, Lenia Salami, has announced the immediate shutdown of the university following the protest that rocked the institution yesterday. The UNIBEN student had blocked the Benin-Lagos Expressway, which is again another very, very powerful expressway, and so many atrocities do happen on that particular expressway as well. And then over a 20,000 naira late registration fee imposed by the school authority. They described this decision as an unpleasant, particularly amidst the unfavorable economic situation in the country.
Interesting. Now, when it comes to education, tertiary education, let me take it out here. How do students finance themselves? How do they go about it? Can you give us an insight?
Well, I mean, if I was going to have a son or a daughter in preparing for what we call the final school start examination, which is the WAEC, which I'm sure does happen in most African countries as well, then that would eventually lead you to a university of your choice, but not literally a university of your choice, because this is part of the nepotism that has happened for a very long time. I mean, if you have a final result of about 160, you might not be able to get to Lagos, one of your choice university of your choice in Ibadan or in Ife, because of that cutoff mark. But if you are from the northern part of the country, you are having more opportunity if you have a below cutoff mark to get into that. That is the first stage. But when you now want to get into that university of your choice or polytechnic, you would then have to make sure that your parents have the fees to pay. And this is where, the Nigerians are saying 20,000 naira might not be a lot to so many people outside that have relatives or cousins or nephews that can support them. And there's nothing called a scholarship for those in the university until probably maybe if you come out of a university with a very, very top mark, then you might be picked up by international universities or individuals that might have interest in you. So 20,000 naira will have to be paid by your loved ones.
That is a sad and a serious situation. But I'm looking at it that in Ghana, even in Ghana, there is this students loan scheme there. I remember back in the day whilst I was there, Israeli institution, we enjoyed that facility to further education. Okay, but how Nigeria hasn't gotten that, and the fact that workers, I mean, most workers are earning what now that they've increased their wages. What has it gone to? Is it 30,000 a year? How can somebody afford to pay 20,000?
30,000 naira a month, but most of the states that are paying that are not even up to 6. And majority of the states are owing workers' salary. So that means if a mother or parent sending their children to university and they are not being paid, we're talking about those working with the government now, not to talk about those in the private sector that are also being marginalized and taken advantage of.
Well, it is sad, but what we do, we can only draw. But what we are doing, and you put in your comments as well, we make sure that our voices are heard. All right? Yeah, so let's go on. Now, everyone, on the VAT collection, you took a typical case from that of the Lagos State, and you were talking about the fact that they collect up to what? Is it about 40 billion naira?
46 billion, yes.
46 billion naira in a year. But they have to, it's only 9 billion that is retained in the state.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's hear this. This video was sent to me yesterday. It's less than 2 minutes. Let's hear what this gentleman have to tell us in explaining this VAT.
To be thinking, how did the Babangida government set up my committee? The thing, what was happening at that time was that there was sales tax in a number of states, and there was no particular rule as to what sales tax they were charging. There was no uniformity, and it was being used as a source of creating confusion. So the government now said, let us standardize it. But one thing that we were told was that whatever money was collected in a state belonged to that state. And the value-added tax commission will retain 5% for administration on behalf of that state. But somewhere along the line, the federal government took it over, pushed the states aside, and took a big chunk for itself. That defeated the whole thing. And it now turned out that the states that are generating a lot more value-added tax are not getting commensurate amount of money from their own economic activities. And that was the unfair part of it. So that was the big regret I had, because that was our thinking was that its sales tax was a state tax. Value-added tax, therefore, should be state. The more money you collect in the state, the more that state should collect.
Mr. Emmanuel, thank you.
And that is, what, the video that was sent to me yesterday, in this discussion of the value-added tax. And you've just had it there during the military era of Babangida, because it was not a democracy, it was a military era. He agreed as at the time that a value-added tax should belong to the state, but the new democracy, the dispensation that we have now, have turned things around.
So is it that 5%? So it's whatever they are getting is about 5% of
5% is meant to go to the federal, but it is not. But it has turned around now that a state like Lagos, yeah, and not just that alone. I mean, when you look at part of the reason why most countries, especially here in UK as well, put a lot of VAT on cigarette and alcohol. But where as at yesterday or day before yesterday, close to about 8,000 cartons of alcohol was destroyed by Kanu, and the same Kanu still want to take part of the VAT that is being made from Lagos State from alcohol.
Well, listeners, let your comments come through. It is Starr ready. It's a Wednesday edition of the morning show with me, Mr. Olayomi Kojo, bringing you updates from Nigeria. Let's move on to some of the other stories. Over to you, John.
Lekan says yes, state employees can no longer send their children to the schools owned by the same state. That tells you, the kind of situation on the ground as we speak right now. So if you're a state if you're an indigenous of a state, you can no longer send your own children to that particular school anymore. Let's talk about the 6 Nigerians that the United Arab Emirates have added to the 47 others as a terrorism, sponsor. This is something that you wonder why UAE was the one to be able to, to pick up these 6 Nigerians, while Nigerians, till we speak right now, the Nigerian government in particular, have not been able to tell us who are the sponsor, who are those behind, the terrorism, the killings that is taking lives of millions of Nigerians, and all you can ask, but no answer from somebody like Alhaji Lai Mohammed, that is the information minister, and we're putting that to him again. Why is it taking so long that the federal government of Nigeria has not been able to tell us who are those sponsors of terrorism in Nigeria? But UAE, since it's a sovereignty country, has to give us those names, and I can tell you that a lot of Nigerians, it's not the first time that UAE has been able to do such. So I think last year, if I can remember, we were also we had this kind of similar situation for those that were sending money back to Nigeria for terrorism purpose. 6 Nigerians have been designated as terrorism sponsor by United Arab Emirates. According to the state-owned news agency WAMA, made this known in a report. The country said the listed individuals and entities, including their affiliates, have been monitored. The Nigerians' names are Abdurrahman Ado Musa, Saliu Yusuf Adamu, Bashir Aliu Yusuf, Muhammadu Ibrahim Isa, Ibrahim Ali Al-Hassan, and Suraju Abubakar Muhammad. The UAE cabinet has issued resolution number 83 of 2021, designated 38 individuals and 15 entities on its approved list of persons and organizations supporting terrorism, local terrorist list. The resolution underscored the UAE's commitment to target, dismantle, network, the finance terrorism and its related activities. But back in Nigeria, when somebody like the former Navy comrade, was telling us some few, months back, well, not few months, just less than about some few weeks back, about the terrorism that is happening in Nigeria, that he can confirm officially from those that they have interviewed that one out of the governors that we have currently is supporting and sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria. Not that alone, 2, that he can confirm is also in the minister cabinet of the current government, and yet the governors are not doing so much. Let's hear from his voice in that interview that he gave some few weeks back.
What they want to do is to send a message to create fear and to show the military that we can come for you and there's nothing you can do. You may not know, I don't know whether it's out in the news, that the major has been killed. Belongs to some groups, and I know about 3 hours ago his body was found. He has been killed. So it's not about ransom. I just want to confirm to my brother that she is right. It's not about ransom. They just want to pass a message. We can come in. We can do what we need to do. And there are some hardliners in this government that are sponsoring this kind of narratives. They just want to show that they can Islamize this country. They think about Taliban. They think about the Mujahideens. And they want to replicate it in this country. And they don't care what happened. They simply don't care. As long as at the end of the day, there's Sharia and there is whatever.
So you can hear that if individuals like this have that information, as somebody, according to him, that worked with not just this president, he worked with previous president, but yet the federal government have still, in 2021, been able to give us the sponsor behind the majority attack and atrocity. And he was giving this interview just after the attack on the Nigerian Defense Academy took place as well. So we're going to take one more because of time constraint, and I'll come back straight to you in the studio. Rising unemployment can wipe out Nigeria, elite unsafe, according to Ngige. Again, I was able to see one of his daughter also graduated as a medical student, but I'm not sure which of the hospital she's going to be practicing, since most of the resident doctors are currently on strike as we speak right now. So, according to the information that we have here, Ngige is telling us again. The Minister of Labor and Productivity, Chris Ngige, has said the rising rate of unemployment portends danger for the country. Part of that I was discussing just before coming on here with you this morning, while I was speaking to some of our viewers from around the globe, that a man that is hungry will be hunger to do anything that comes his or her way. He attributed this on Tuesday yesterday and lack of education to the problems bedeviling the country, warning that if not tackled, the country might be completely wiped out. The minister said this at the inaugural Partnership Economic Summit organized by the Ministry of Special Duties and Intergovernment Affairs in Abuja. It's very easy to organize some of these, very beautiful summit conferences, but the end goal of it is it doesn't have any ripple effect to somebody in Kano, in Kaduna, in Katsina, in Ekiti State, in Kogi State, in Lagos, in Ogun State, where I received a couple of calls from Nigeria this morning, and the most complaint was there's nothing for them to do. They're just sitting down at home without having any work or any productivity for the country. The summit that was also tagged, as, just bear with me, the summit that was tagged translating sustainable development goals to local businesses in Nigeria. I can tell you all that is just maybe somebody trying to make some kind of money from some of this summit, because it doesn't have any ripple effect. As I speak to you right now, it is exactly 22 years, or 23 rather, that we've been back to democracy since 1999, but nothing to show for it. Starr Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London.
What do you say? What a shame. What a shame. Before I ask a couple of questions there. Now, to say Nash, yes, good afternoon from here. Yeah, I hope that you Russians are doing very, very well. Regards to Putin, yeah? Okay. He says the federal government knows who is killing us in Nigeria. Okay, and the Taiwo Banuzu says, correct, Yoruba nation, no going back. But because of time, we're going to be running up very, very soon. But let me ask you a quick question pertaining to these individuals that the UAE has apprehended or have put on the list of supporting terrorism. Now the question is, are they supporting, whether alleged to have been supporting terrorism in Nigeria or
in Nigeria? In Nigeria, yeah.
And they are outside of Nigeria, in UAE, and I've come out to say these are the list of people that we have who are for the Nigerian government as well as the revolution.
Yes.
Interesting. Interesting. Listeners, just bear with us. My little producer back there doing his work. Okay, we have to run up now. What are we looking at on Niger versus
the focus is going to be the 6 individuals. If the UAE have what we can call the intelligence, knowledge to know who these 6 are, why is it difficult for the federal government to know these 6 ahead of the UAE? All that I'll be discussing later on this evening at exactly 1800 hours. Make sure you join us on Niger Voices on Starr Radio UK.
Okay. Yobi, let me say thank you very, very much. We catch up later. All right.
Bye for now.
Have a lovely day.
Bye.
Well, listeners, that was Mr. Olayomi Kojo bringing you updates from Nigeria.
That was Mr. Olayomi Kojo bringing you updates from Nigeria. I hope you enjoyed it. But enjoy the song and I'll be with you. Stay tuned.
All right. Let's come back out of the broadcast and let's see if we can just have one or two conversation. sense the conversation. Yeah? Somebody at the door? Okay. All right, let's see if we can have one or two conversation with our viewers from around the globe. Yep, there we go. All right, let me move my hey Nigeria. Oh, it messed up country. It's only Nigeria that the wahala is never ending. It's never ending. There might be no. Let me move my laptop closer. Yes, Bashin Solo Lenkon. So we do a bit of maybe another roughly 1 hour or so, because we were getting more calls, but I said I had to go to the radio. Okay, let's start the mix LR. Mind back, we mix LR all the time. So we open the phone line back for so that if you like to call, please do so now and let us hear from you. So radio. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí gbogbo wa pé ẹ káàsán àti wà lọ́sàn. Ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ àwọn tó wà ní United Nations lénìí, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá ṣì wà ní New York tí fún díkan àbí díkejì ẹ lè rí tibẹ̀ lánàá, ẹ make sure pé ẹ bá wa lọ lénìí, torí pé iṣẹ́ gbogbo wa ni iṣẹ́ tá gbé dání, kò ń ṣiṣẹ́ èèyàn kan, kò ń ṣiṣẹ́ Chief Sunday Igboho nìkan, kò ń ṣiṣẹ́ Professor Banji Akintoye, kò ń ṣiṣẹ́ Global Director, kò ń ṣiṣẹ́ Yoruba One Voice, YNN, gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan pátápátá, and kò dẹ̀ ń ṣiṣẹ́ àwa mídíà nìkan, because gbogbo wa náà la ní responsibility láti make sure pé orí ilẹ̀ wa tí à ń gbèrò pé a fẹ́ gbà lọ́wọ́ Fúlàní gangan la fẹ́ gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ o, even though pé àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kọ̀ọ̀kan wọ́n ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn, wọ́n better, àwọn prefer káwọn tà wá lẹ́rú, torí owó táwọn fẹ́ mú, wọ́n ti gbà bọ̀dì. Mọ̀ ẹ̀ tán pa ni, mọ̀ ẹ̀ tán make ni. So nígbà tí politician bá ń pa bíi 30 million, tó ń pa 30 million ní every month, mọ̀ ẹ̀ tí 30 million jẹ́ 20,000 naira ní àwọn ọmọ University of Benin, Uniben, lọ ṣe block gbogbo títì lánàá just because of 30,000 naira, 20,000 naira rather, owó school fees. Èló ni 20,000 naira? Èló ni 20,000 naira tó block gbogbo highway? Ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ mú fídíò yẹn wá. I think I saw a few of them on Twitter. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí gbogbo wa o pé àkàárọ̀. Okay, let's go back. Calling section lélẹ̀ fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá fẹ́ bá wa dá sí. Ẹ káàárọ̀ o.
Ẹ káàsán sà.
Ẹ káàsán, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Ẹ káàbọ̀ màmá wa.
Yes sir. Àti Kuwait ni mo ti ń pè sà.
Láti Kuwait, àwọn ìlú tó lálùbáríkà tó pọ̀ tí wọ́n fàǹfààní fún gbogbo àwọn ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjìrì àti Nàìjíríà tó ń gbé níbẹ̀, kò jẹ́ ká wà níbẹ̀, but kí la fẹ́ ṣe sí àti bára wa níbẹ̀. Ẹ bá wa dá sí o màmá wa.
Yes sir. Nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ dá sí ni wípé àwọn tó wà ní New York wọ́n jọ nítorí Ọlọ́run wọ́n bá wa jáde fún rally sí wọn lẹ́yìn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ nǹkan tí mo tún fẹ́ sọ ni pé ṣé kò sí bí a ṣe lè stop federal government kan yé yáwó ni. Because owó tó ń yá yìí wọ́n mú owó ní láàrin ara wọn. Wọ́n dẹ̀ yá owó èsì wa lọ́rùn ni. Because àbá wọn náwó tó ń yá yìí. Because mo gbọ́ nínú níìsì ní àárọ̀ yìí. Gbogbo níìsì tí mo gbọ́ ní Nàìjíríà
mo ti sọ nínú news tí mo ṣe report tán nísìnyí, wọ́n máa yá 40, so mo ń gbọ́ yín, kọ́ yé yá Nàìjíríà lówó mọ́.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, kọ́ yé yá Nàìjíríà lówó mọ́, because àwọn náà ti rí situation of things bí kan ṣe ń lọ, kọ́jọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run tá a bá ní nǹkan tá a lè ṣe, bá láwọn tó lè bá wa gba gbogbo nation sọ̀rọ̀, kọ́ yọ kọ́ má yá wọn lówó mọ́, because owó tó ń yá yíya.
Màmá wọn ti múná lọ àgbọ́yìn mọ́ o. Ẹ bá wa ṣéèkì fóònù yẹn o. Ó dà, àti gbálàyé tó fẹ́ fún wa. +447594050979. Owó skul ẹ̀ ń wò yẹn, okay, wọ́n ti ń pè padà. Ó dà ń pò rèébé lẹ́yìn. À ń gbọ́ yín màmá wa.
Ẹ ló ṣàṣẹ gbọ́ mi.
À ń gbọ́ yín mà.
Ẹjọ́, yes sir, ẹjọ́ bá wa sọ fún bàbá wa báyìí Akíntóyè tó bá pé wọ́n ní nǹkan tán lè ṣe kán jọ torí Ọlọ́run kán má jẹ́ kán yáwó tó.
Ẹ mọ̀ pé wọ́n ti sọ náà ni wọ́n ti sọ sínú àwọn tó bá ń follow communique àwọn bàbá wa nígbà tí wọ́n fi release ẹ̀ nígbà tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ force majeure ó ti jáde pé wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ yáyàn kankan lówó mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ni bẹ́ẹ̀ni
ẹni tó bá yá Nàìjíríà ló pé di àwọn
bẹ́ẹ̀ni ọ̀dà
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
ẹ ṣé gan ni pẹ̀lú ògo Ọlọ́run thank you very much. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìyá wa ẹ̀yin àǹtí mi ẹ̀yin àbúrò mi ẹ̀yin ẹ̀gbọ́n mi tí ẹ wà káàkiri tí Nàìjíríà bá dání a ní láti ṣe máa lọ kúwé bí wọn bá tẹ̀fẹ́ lọ bí akínyàn kàn ṣe ọlọ́dẹ lọ kó ṣeré lọ kó dẹ̀ padà. Now òun lẹ́ ń wò níwájú yín yẹn o ẹ jẹ́ n gbé kámẹ́rà tèmi náà wọlé torí máa ń pa tí bá ti fẹ́ ṣe program nígbà míì ẹ jẹ́ ká switch ẹ̀ on padà. 61,000 naira ló máa bọ́ sí fún 1 year. Ṣé ìyá tí kò tí ì pa 61,000 naira báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ survive? So most of the students, I'm happy they were out yesterday on the road, but I hope they can do more. Because it is all about the next generation. Look, you can disagree with the Biafrans. You can disagree with the Middle Belt. You can also disagree with us as the Yorubas. But it is not about me anymore. We have opportunity for most of our families that are outside, but the ones inside Nigeria, we will have to also manage them. But how do we manage everybody? If you can afford it, does not mean everybody can afford it. This is meant to be a state university. Abi, ṣé mo parọ́? Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́ mi. I'm going to turn the camera around for those of you on Instagram. Just bear with me until we have a bit of airway clear. You know, for now I can't turn the camera around, so you can only see me, but you won't be able to see the screen. But I'll do so in a few minutes. So, kí ni mo ń try láti fàyọ níbí báyìí? When I talk about our youth all the time now, because that's where my focus is in the last couple of weeks, and that will be the focus because it's all about you. I want you to have the same opportunity, even if it's not at least up to the standard of UK, but I'm sure by the time we get a Yoruba nation, based on that constitution, constitution tí a máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí is a proposed one. Is a proposed one. There will be access to proper education for every single one of you. Olele, Tebaranti, the Yoruba proposed constitution. Nigerian constitution does not even give you Ofewobiti education. What new? Yeah, there's anything education. Mayegun ṣe analysis edele. But what I'm just trying to say is right to life, safety, and security. The people's right. Every citizen and resident of Yoruba nation has the right to life, safety, security of the person, and the fruit of their existence, and shall not be deprived of such without due process of law. Citizenship. Every natural person have one parent with Yoruba ancestry is a citizen of Yoruba nation. Right to establish and sustain government. The question is, those of you watching me, the Uniben, 20,000 naira. So first term 20,000, second term 20,000, third term 20,000. Ó di 61, ó di 60,000. Kò tí ì sáwọn kan mí kékèké. Ó yẹ yín tẹ́ máa san fún university. Ẹ wá ra handout, ẹ wá ra this, ẹ wá ra toilet, ẹ wá ra gbá, ẹ wá ra wo. But yesterday, bí ẹ lè má tí rí, ẹ jẹ́ lọ show yín ní Gandola. Gandola had the son. You love Nigeria. The son of Gandola. You don't know who is Gandola. My God, tutu fún yàwó ẹ̀ lórúkọ. Gan kí ló tẹ̀ pé ti yàwó ẹ̀. Their children is here. Oh, okay. Somebody says a federal university. Thank you very much. So even if it's a federal university, so you come and san 60,000 lọ́dún kan, pé yàn fi lọ kàwé. Tó bá tẹ̀ jẹ́ pé wọ́n fún wọn ní access sí loan. Okay, wàá gba loan 60,000 lọ́wọ́ Starling Bank, lọ́wọ́ First Bank, right? Wàá gba loan 60,000 lọ́wọ́ First Bank, wàá máa san díẹ̀ padà. Àwọn èèyàn náà ń gba loan níbí báyìí náà, but kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ yín lọ́hùn. So let me show you Gandola. Let me show you Gandola. Once again, a very good morning. Anyone in New York, I hope you're getting ready for the United Nations General Assembly that is coming up again today and to continue. Okay. Picture Omo Gandola Lenwoyan. So that means this man left Kano to come and celebrate the son here in London with the wife. Ó fi Kano sílẹ̀. State to control ìyẹn bàbá yìí. Bàbá Riga Gandola. I'm sure he's probably part of our own sponsor terrorists because ìwọ tó wá ń tọ́jú Nàìjíríà, àwọn ọmọ tó ń tọ́jú Nàìjíríà fún leléyìí o. Tó bá mọ̀. Let me turn it for those of you that are on Instagram. Let's see if we can just manage it for now. Because you got to remember that I'm in the house. So let's see if we can manage you like that for now. Okay? Just for now. Yeah, at least you can have a view. Then anytime we'll leave you by now. Let's see if we can just about manage it. You will work on the screen. Because if not, don't worry. Okay? At least you can see it from now like that. So like that, at least everybody hearing. Now, ìbéèrè tí mo wá ń bi nísìn ni pé gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wò wá àtẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wá ẹ wo àwòrán tẹ́ ń wò níwájú yìí. That's the governor's son. Kano State Governor Umar Gandude's son bags a decree from Regent University. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wá Regent University yẹn jáde. Regent University, London. Òun leléyìí o. Private university ni àbí? Òun leléyìí. Regent University. Mo fẹ́ lọ wé ló lọ ń san. Regent University. This is the Regent University. Níbi tó ọmọ Gandola tó ti ṣe tán. Kí ni course hotel ọ̀nà orí? Kí ló read? Ó read the enterprise and innovation. So ń padà bọ̀ wá bá yín ṣe òun ló máa di ọ̀gá lé yín lórí. Ìwọ tó ní ká keep one Nigeria. Àwọn tó ń bọ̀ wá di ọ̀gá mú ẹ lórí àwọn nílé. So continue to tell us to keep one Nigeria. This is the people that are coming to hold one Nigeria. Sorry, the more tó bá ní let's keep one Nigeria. Àwọn ọmọ tó ń tọ́jú Nigeria fún nílé. Not this one. Àwọn ilé tó ń jà fún 60,000. Àwọn ilé ṣọ́ra àwọn ilé tó ń jà na your papa money àbí ṣá àwọn ọmọ Uniben lè ṣá Yahoo don add Wookop don add ṣá àwọn ọmọ Uniben lè ṣá kí n má lọ máa ṣó àwọn tó ń ṣe ọmọ Uniben. I hope they are. School fees big. I know they do. Wookop no they do Yahoo. Okay àwọn ọmọ Uniben náà ní orí wọn. They are not lazy. Ẹ má pè wọ́n ní lazy. It's the government. Our government ló san wọ́n di bẹ́ẹ̀. Now let's come back here. University of Regent University London. Tí bá fẹ́ apply, èló ni wọ́n máa san. Òun ni mo fẹ́ find out. Èló ni tuition fee. Because I can bet my life ọmọ Gandola kò ń ṣe ọmọ ìlú yìí. So the university fee ṣe ríran tuition fee lélẹ́yìí o. £18,500 per annum. For a BA or BS honor degree. I hope you are watching this. And I hope it's the same fee for international students. Because sometimes don't matter. I could make sure. Okay, I think it's the standard fee. PhD. So give and take. Most suffering among Saraki. You need the last time. I can still go and show you again. So ẹni tó bá fẹ́ kàwé ní Regent University níbi tí ọmọ Gandola Kano State Governor ti ṣe tán kí ni 18,000 èló ni 18,000 bọ́ sí ẹ jẹ́ ká mú lọ sí ẹ jẹ́ ká mú 18,000 pounds ká mú lọ sí náírà láàárọ̀ yìí máa support wọn kó máa bá Koiki jà kó máa bá gbogbo àwa sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ àwa ni kó máa bá jà o torí àwa ni problem. Gandola tó ń kówó wá sí bíbá yìí nísìn òun kọ́ ni problem Koiki ni problem Koiki tó fẹ́ rí láì kúrò nínú oko ẹrú òun ló ń bá jà èmi ni kò máa bá jà o ẹ káàárọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ màmá mi Liz dáadáa mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ dárúkọ gbogbo yín ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò àbẹ̀ kásán ọ̀sán ọ̀sán ti fẹ́ ó ti ń bọ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ mo fẹ́ lọ sí exchange rate if you don't know exchange rate láàárọ̀ yìí ẹ jẹ́ n lọ wo ìtọ́ send sí mi because ó ní ọ̀kan tó máa ń send sí mi láràárọ̀ mo fẹ́ wo kí ni exchange rate láàárọ̀ yìí àárọ̀ yìí is 760 àwọn kan 71 àwọn kan 60 owó ti di 771 naira to a pound èmi ni kò máa bú o àwa ni kò máa bú ó kù díẹ̀ kí làákàyè kó tó understand ibo ni remote tv wà ẹjọ ibo ni remote tv wà now ẹ jẹ́ ká mú 18,500 kò tí ì sanwó ilé o owó ilé tó máa san owó oúnjẹ àti pocket money gbàǹgbé sí YouTube tèmi please ẹ jẹ́ ká mú lọ sí 18,500 pounds times 771 that is 14 million naira òun ni ọmọ yìí ń san lọ́dọọdún ọmọ tẹ́ ń wò yìí 14 million naira ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́ mi tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa owó tọ́mọ yìí ń san ní every month I mean every year lọ́dọọdún nìyẹn 14 million naira. This is what the father is paying this boy. 14 million òun ni wọ́n san because I can bet my life pé kò ń ṣe British ọmọ yìí kò ń ṣe British so èyí tó máa san nìyẹn plus 447594050979 and yeah look at them Unibank students àwọn sì ń jà fún wọ́n lè san 60,000 naira. I think we got some videos as well. Let's see if we can get some videos. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo video. Tẹ́lẹ̀ bá ṣe ń ba future ọmọ ẹgbẹ́. Can you see the way the future of the Nigerian youth? Àwọn tó ń protest lélẹ̀ báwọn lè sanwó school yẹn. If only they can hold on like this for months and months, just like they started NSAS, it would have been nice. The whole population of Nigerian soldiers is less than 400,000. They cannot shoot everybody if we have about 5 million of us outside protesting every day. 5 million not going anywhere in all the 36 states. But within the southeast and the southwest and the middle belt. 5 million protesters out every day. They cannot kill every one of us. This was the traffic yesterday. If only they can do more of this. Shut down everywhere. And to manage a video, we have you understand. When you want to do a video, landscape and leave it like that. Can you see it? A shut down Google road network, everywhere. Get shut it down. That is part of the only way we can live as well. There's no signal yet. From what is, as soon as about to reach signal at New York, definitely we take it to New York. But there's no signal yet. We're still waiting for signal. We are waiting for the signal. Bye. Citizen NEWY. We're still waiting for signal. Yesterday we were using signal from Citizen NEWY. So I should drop from signal. This signal about it, definitely will take it to New York. I need not to worry around here. We'll take it down there. So let's come back here. When I get a signal, I'll take it down there. So let's focus here first. 18,500 naira is about 14 million. That's èyí ọmọ Gandola. And for those of you that do not say, that's it there. 14 million naira. As an exchange rate, láàárọ̀, exchange rate is 771 naira. Àná ni mò ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó ń gbọ́ wa káàkiri pé ǹjẹ́ before the end of the year, èló ni naira máa jẹ́? I love you. Yesterday, I was asking that question. Bóyá ká kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ tí bàbá wa Alálùbáríkà ń bá wa sọ níbí.
Of the south and middle belt of Nigeria, indigenous peoples of Nigeria representing 75% of the population and land area of Nigeria. We are here to bring before the world the disaster that is developing in Nigeria and to ask the United Nations as the voice of the world to intervene immediately to stop the disaster that is developing, the killing of people, the mass killing of people, and the destruction of property and lives, and the introduction into the stream of Al-Qaeda and ISIS from outside Nigeria. I cannot say more because of the technological problems, the network problems. But you all know what I'm saying. I welcome you all. We ask the United Nations to organize a referendum so we can exercise our right to choose whether to continue to live with these people or not. Thank you all, welcome, and may God give us the victory that we seek. We shall overcome.
We shall overcome. I love that last part. Tí bàbá wa lò níbẹ̀ yẹn. We shall overcome. Gbogbo ẹni tó bá ní kò ní ṣe é ṣe irọ́ lẹ pa. Pé Yorùbá ò ní lọ yẹn bàbá ńlá irọ́. And this is the newspaper today. Tí bàbá wa fi ń bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan bàbá wa Ige. Pé we need to understand that gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń ṣe ó ní effect. Lai Muhammed ò like nǹkan tá à ń ṣe. Lai Muhammed bàbá yẹn bàbá lórí kónkó yẹn lọ́kàn rẹ̀ a máa ní tó bá rí Koiki mú irọ́ ló pa kàkà kó rí mi mú èmi ni máa mú ẹ ìwọ bàbá yẹn gbogbo Kwara State ṣe rí adé ilé ẹ̀ níjọ́ òun ní nígbà tó ń ṣe protest ẹ wo gbogbo ẹ̀ bó ṣe rí jágbajàgba jógbojògbo. We need a referendum out of Nigeria as quickly as possible. We are not interested in the contraction called Nigeria. This is what they've turned the University of Benin students to. Look at them. Can you see them? Can you see them? Fúlàní ti ba education jẹ́ débi pé ẹ̀wọ̀n tó sàn àwọn ọmọ yẹn dì. And the same student tá a bá ń sọ fún wọn àníkẹ́ jáde wọ̀ lè pa gbogbo wa sẹ́ kò possible.
Counter, sip from your bottle and cry. No, they don't my guy. Or it go pass you by. Open your eyes. They don't care about you when you die. They go cry or leave like you wearing down. If they get gone, they go keep. Saving money all life.
We don't want less payment. We don't get 20K. Now me dey clothe myself. Now me dey feed myself. It took my father almost 2 months to send me 45K. My classmate not go buy, not get my money. Lecturer go come class. Lecturer came to class. I get 2. 1 month I not see lecturer. Still don't resume. You come.
Open your counter.
If total shutdown, school fees, VC the paro, say boys, tear everything. And that is why we are saying we demand to opt out. This is Gandhi, Gandhi. Let's pause this room. As soon as we get a signal, we go to New York. There's no signal yet. 18,500 pounds. Òun ni ọmọ Libarawo tó ń ṣe tó ń san. Continue to support them. Continue to be supporting them. Wọ́n náà jí jélè gbé. Good for them. It's family business. Wọ́n náà jí gbé lánàá. Emir of Zamfara State, Alhaji Hassan. It's family business. This was part of New York yesterday. Let's just watch this. This was yesterday. This was the yesterday, the first day of the Million March rally taking place in New York, opposite the General Assembly. And it's going to be a 10 days program. So we went there in New York. One people are in ball on the 20 Lomawa Soro or whatever. So let's make sure that we are all there to tell him he's not welcome.
Sisi wẹrẹ tiwa. Ok, ẹ ṣe New York. Ẹ ṣe àwọn New York bóyá Brooklyn àti Bronx. Ìjọba sọ pé oúnjẹ gidi àti láti dé 42nd Avenue. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ẹ̀mí ní Nàìjíríà.
Let's show you more from this happened yesterday as well. I guess I will. So this was yesterday. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá wà ní New York, ẹ jáde, ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn. It is for every single one of us to make sure we participate and we continue to get the message to the international community that we demand a full referendum to opt out of the contraction called Nigeria. So all this was happening yesterday. Let's appreciate every single one that is making it there and those that have been there since yesterday and all the organizers back in New York where it is all happening. We'd like to appreciate every single one of them. This is how we will continue to make sure that we make the world knows the atrocity, the genocide, the kidnapping, the killings, and also these are part of the phrase that we will continue to also tell the international community. Civil war in Nigeria, horror in Nigeria, genocide in Nigeria, Igbowo's house raided with pictures of all the damages done as evidence, ethnic cleansing and land grabbing, and all the terrific pictures with blood to be printed out in poster size we buttress our point. Kidnapping and rape. So gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ń lọ fún rally, ẹ lè máa lọ ṣe gbogbo àwọn kinní yẹn, ẹ ṣe ẹ ṣe poster, banners, placard, especially October 1st in London, a total shutdown. But for now, we're concentrating in New York. We'd like to thank you very much to all the organizers of this massive, build-up of our people in America to make sure that the United Nations and the international community, I saw my brother there on my roof yesterday. I could see my mother, our auntie, Tomilola Agnes. I could see, we spoke to Evangelist Jide this morning, and everyone, Prophet Ologundudu, and every single one that have attended Gubenteti Travel, Adekunle Adepoju, and every one of you, and some of those that have traveled from UK as well. We have some people that flew in from UK and from different parts as well. And likewise, there was a similar as well in Canada. I was waiting for signal from Canada yesterday, but I couldn't get a signal. Please, the organizers in Canada, please do make sure we get signal, especially if you can't send us a signal, let us have some of the, okay, I think we have something from Canada that was sent to me. So I'm going to push that out now. It's loading. They must have just sent that this morning at about 3:26. So unload lower. I'm a fi Canada wọ̀nyí láìpẹ́ yìí, and likewise I'd like to appreciate everyone that attended the one in London as well. Let us continue to pickpocket lele. We continue to tell the world the atrocity, most especially that there's genocide happening in Nigeria, and we must make sure we highlight that. Oh, are very, very important. The genocide that is happening in Nigeria cannot be omitted. So I'm waiting for the one in Canada. It's loading. As soon as I have the video, I'll be bringing it out as well. Let's hear what my brother, my auntie is saying here. It's a lot of work, but we have to do it. And it is our responsibility, because those at home, I hope very soon we'll be seeing more of these, especially when the university students are coming out to protest against fees, but they must also protest against a total breakout of Nigeria, because nothing is going to change. Even if they are going to drop the fees, nothing is going to change. Nigeria is just a crime scene. I'm not sure what is happening here. Let's watch that. Wọ́n máa lo agbára ní everybody ṣàfihàn lo agbára ẹ̀. Ordinary lecturer ó fi lo agbára ẹ̀. When a VC tear us 20k billing, Univent students, and I'm sure it's the same thing. Okay, I think we have the Canada one that is almost completed. Let's come back here again and hear more from our auntie and mother.
Yeah, we are standing for our people back home. We are going.
Ẹ wo picture tí bàbá wa yẹn gbé dání sọ́wọ́, ẹ jẹ́ n tú bí ó lè pick dáadáa. Ṣé rí picture tí bàbá wa yẹn gbé dání sọ́wọ́? We need so many of this kind of picture, especially if àwọn tá ń bọ̀ ní London ní October 1st. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wá picture yẹn ká gbé sórí placard fún àwọn tá ń bọ̀ ní October 1st. Picture tí alàgbà yẹn gbé dání sọ́wọ́ ni mò ń sọ. So I said,
You can see the agony of motherhood. That's the agony of motherhood. Agony of motherhood.
I said,
You can see how mother hides that.
I said, and this is a life. The more you are keeping Nigeria, you can't load the there. The more
Those are the different versions of the pain being expressed. Different versions of pain being expressed by people from.
and that is part of what we are saying. The more tẹ́ bá ń keep Nigeria, ẹ keep ẹ̀ fáwọn ọmọ Ganduje àti àwọn ọmọ Saraki nkankan. Àwọn lẹ́ ń tọ́jú ẹ̀ fún because now ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ àwọn tí brother wa sọ níbí báyìí.
Ẹ kálẹ̀ ẹ káàárọ̀ níbi gbogbo tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ mi o. Mo kọ nǹkan kan fún gbogbo àwọn tó wà ní ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà so kó máa lè gbọ́ láti ṣí wọn létí. So this is the message for Nigerian citizens. Why do you think killing is a normal thing? Why do you think not to have electricity is a normal thing? Why do you think bad roads is a normal thing? Why do you think not to have good hospital is a normal thing? Why do you think not to be able to eat 3 square meal is a normal thing? Why do you think not to have a better life is a normal thing? Why do you think people leaving the country for greener pasture is a normal thing? Why do you think after graduating in the university you cannot get a job is a normal thing? Why do you think as a man you cannot take care of your home is a normal thing? Why do you think Fulani tribe are saying they own the land is a normal thing? Why do you think the white man brought us together is a normal thing? Why do you think the politicians are looting our money is a normal thing? Why do you think the politicians travel abroad when they need medical attention is a normal thing? Why do you think the educational system in Nigeria has collapsed is a normal thing? Why do you think the politicians send their children to study abroad is a normal thing? Why do you think after election the politicians don't care about us is a normal thing? Why do you think the Fulani terrorists attack on the Nigerian Defense Academy and killing of Nigerian army is a normal thing? Why do you think all these genocides happening in Nigeria is a normal thing? Why do you think Fulani terrorists killing and shouting Allah Akbar is a normal thing? Why do you think the Nigerian government are pampering the Fulani terrorists is a normal thing? Why do you think after the expiration of the 1914 amalgamation that brought Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa together, they are still keeping us as one? It's a normal thing.
Hello? Mo ní ṣe fẹ́ dá sí ẹ fẹ́ bá wa dá sí tòní báwo ni? Mo ní ṣe fẹ́ dá sí tòní. Okay, network ẹ̀ tó ń pè wá láti Egypt. It's not coming out very well. countries, and sometimes their network doesn't seem to come out. You can call back as well again, my sister from Egypt. I can hear you, but I'm not sure whether you were able to hear me. That's if you wanted to add your voice to the program. Let's hear a little bit more from here. Okay, let's pause this and come straight back to I got the signal for the Canada. This was Canada yesterday. Hello? Je vais danser Tony. Comment le programme? Hello? Hello? Moni, je fais danser le programme. Mo gbọ́ dáadáa. Hello? All right, gonna let her go. Well, that is from Canada. As we continue to get more signal, let's come back here again. So many
I just did a minor surgery yesterday, but I just have to come out.
So again, as we continue to appreciate everyone that is out there, making it very comfortable for us to continue to monitor that. There's something I want to show us as well. There's quite a lot happening. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí gbogbo wa lọ́kùnrin lọ́bìnrin lọ́mọdé lágbàlagbà. The more you are trying to save Nigeria, the more Nigeria is also trying to eliminate you. Let's go to Qatar. Hello.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Bàbá Koiki.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
Ẹ máa bá mi sẹ́ndì account number yín sí mi pé $5. Ní máa ń lọ ṣe ìmọ̀gbẹ́rẹ́ sí.
Okay.
$2 ní owó wa kò lórí ń bì ní.
No problem.
Ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo wọn wà tẹ̀ sí lórí. Àbẹ̀ká máa rí kẹ̀kẹ́ tẹ̀ bí sí ní ẹgbẹ̀gbẹ̀ àpò.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Thank you very much.
Ọlọ́run sí rọrùn.
Ẹ ṣé gan
Mo
ni.
ti sẹ́ndì mẹ́sẹ̀jì kan sí yín láti bí ìjẹta.
Ọ̀gá, tí bá parí mọ́ wa lórí program báyìí, tí bá ṣe tán máa pè yín. Tí bá mọ́ wa lórí program báyìí. Àmín. àwọn kàtá nìyẹn. Buhari is the first president to have a first lady resident in Dubai. Buhari is the first president to ban Twitter. Buhari is the first president to make Nigeria poorer for 6 consecutive years. Now, wow, oh God. And if you don't believe that, data does not tell lies. That is why I normally bring it out frequently. Let me bring out my data. While we are still waiting for signal, as soon as we get a signal from New York, the rest assured we'll be taking you there straight away. No going back. Yoruba Nation now. And don't let any politician tell you election ló lè ṣe ìran ló fi ń pa ó fi ń kówó jẹ ni ó lè ní gbogbo wọn pátápátá látòkèdélẹ̀ 23 years of democracy your life has become more poorer. Let me show you the data. Data òkúkú ń parọ́ òkúkú ṣèmi ni mo ṣe. This is the data for Nigeria. 86 million of you 86 million of you are people living in extreme poverty. The total number of people living in extreme poverty 86 million. Kò ń ṣe nọ́mbà kékeré. It is not a small number. And your life becomes miserable every day. Tẹ́ bá ti jí báyìí, your life is miserable. Kí ló dé ká láṣẹ? Kí ló dé? Tá bá dẹ̀ ní pé ká kúrò ní Nàìjíríà, àwọn kan ní náà ẹ jẹ́ ká dúró ní Nàìjíríà kí ni Nàìjíríà tó ń dúró fún yẹn. Mo fẹ́ fi picture ọmọ Gànjúdé mo fẹ́ kó máa lọ jìnnà because I need those pictures. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n fi tọmọ Sàràkí náà wọ̀nyí. Àwọn ní àwọn ọmọ wọn tó ń prepare sílẹ̀, ìwọ ní on support wọn Nàìjíríà. You are wasting your time. Okay, Malaika, you know, in London. Very good. Dàbẹ̀ kó gbádùn. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wá wo ọmọ Sàràkí. Congratulations. Hello. Káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
Ṣé rí ọ̀rọ̀ ibi tí ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà lẹ́yìn tó dé ìgbò ojú Musa ayú gbogbo láti làgbọ́n. Because nǹkan tí mi rí pé wọ́n ní pé ṣé ní gbogbo owó táwọn pípì tí wọ́n yá yẹn. Àwọn pípì tí wọ́n ti pèjì ẹ̀ o. They all knew wípé Nàìjíríà máa pín. Ṣùgbọ́n ṣé ní gbogbo owó yẹn wọ́n ń kó láti fi tún sáré ọ̀dọ̀ wọn ṣe ni. So díẹ̀ láti mẹ́ta fún wa láti tètè kúrò inú hell yẹn because hell lè ní ká kún. Mo pàdé bọ̀bọ̀ kan nígbà yìí. Mo lè bí tí mo ti lọ play match. Ọmọ Yorùbá ni bọ̀bọ̀ yìí. Pẹ̀lú àmì Yorùbá pẹ̀lú Igbo. Ọwọ́ àjọ ń sọ̀rọ̀. Èèyàn kan wá sọ fún ọmọ ìlú ìwà sọ fún ọmọ yẹn pé you Nigerians. Padà lẹ́nu ọmọ Yorùbá yẹn pé owó kí ṣe ọmọ Nàìjíríà o. Ọmọ Odùduwà ló Odùduwà nation ló ti wá. Gbàtọ́ Igbo kejì náà máa dá wọn ní Biafra nation. I was so proud. Glad. Ẹ̀bùn nǹkan tó jáde lẹ́nu àwọn èèyàn wa kẹ́lẹ́ mo wípé.
Ẹ ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ òbí
Playing football no money. Tí wọ́n bá wà ní country wa ẹ̀wọ̀n South Africans àti mo lọ sí Ethiopia àwọn people yìí wọ́n kì í jáde inú olùkọ́ and they are paying well they are living large. Wọ́n jẹ́ kí ìyà jẹ gbogbo sportsman wọn. Kí ni nǹkan tó wá dé kí ni nǹkan tó wá ṣe ní Nàìjíríà they don't give us money and they are clean us. Àwọn tẹ́mi ń dúró dé òun ni àwọn tí wọ́n ṣe sport wa. Yorùbá tó ṣe ń play fún Nàìjíríà tàbí tó ṣe ń represent Nàìjíríà ọ̀nà ọ̀nà ní 2 days because if credit is not taken and I'm very sure of it ọ ṣe máa jí kan lu family wọn náà ìgbé tó máa ní kó mú wá ní ìgbàdúrà kí ló lè ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wọn ọ̀bẹ tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ because èmi ò sínú Nàìjíríà from Odùduwà nation ẹ ṣe kú ṣe sà.
Ẹ ṣe gan ni àwòrán tí ó ṣe gan ni Àkànjí àbúrò mi tó dáa láti Kenya bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé o gbogbo yín pátápátá ẹ̀yin ọmọ ilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjíire ní Ogun State ní Kwara l'Èkó ní Kogi ní kódà ní Port Harcourt nílẹ̀ Igbo wherever you are Koiki ń kí gbogbo yín but tí mo fẹ́ yẹ kó máa yé wa ni pé nothing yet from Lady K but we are demanding her to be released because she hasn't committed any offence and likewise Oladele as well Jamiu Noah. My papa no be Azama reduce Uniben fees, but this is Saraki daughter. Her papa, after stealing the wealth of Kwara, becoming the Senate president for 8 years. Gandola's son graduated yesterday from a top-notch university in London that cost a total fee of £18,000. That's 14 million naira lọ́dún, and the cost will be 3 years. So ẹ jẹ́ ká multiply owó tọ́mọ Gandola tó ná láti fi wá ṣe yunifásitì nílùú òyìnbó. Orí ọ̀dẹ̀ olórí pàǹkàpàǹpà Kóìkì ló ń bá jà. Kóìkì ni problem ẹ. You are wasting your time because I can attend the same university but I don't have to pay that money. I can get a loan from the government here. If I wanted to do a course now, it doesn't cost me anything. Màá kọ́ apply for ni wọ́n dẹ̀ fún mi ní gbogbo necessary facilities. And ó dìgbà tí bá níṣẹ́ iṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ kí tó lè máa dáwó yẹn padà. Ó dẹ̀ ní tó tún iye iṣẹ́ tó máa ní because wọ́n fi jẹ́ kó ní ẹ lára 20,000 lásán náà ní kẹ́yìn wá san nísìn. Ẹ ti kẹ́yìn sílẹ̀. Can you see them? Students, Unibe, Gandola, Saraki. Let's multiply by 3. When you multiply 14 million by 3, or somewhere 14 point something million, that means this boy, ọmọ tẹ́ ń wò nìkan yìí, torí ẹ̀ dàbí orí pàǹsàpàǹsà yìí, ọmọ yìí, ẹ̀jẹ̀ tún lọ wò mí, picture mi tó jẹ́ òun nìkan. Boy tẹ́ ń wò yìí, this young boy will be your next governor in Kano and he will be controlling you. Ìwọ Yorùbá boy yẹn, orí ẹ̀ ò pé, sọ pé ẹni kì í má bù wọn, orí ẹ̀ ti gbálẹ̀. Eléyìí tó wá sí university ní London nísìn, ṣé òun ló ń prepare Nigeria fún ọ̀dẹ̀? Do you know how much they spent on him for his university fee? Kò tí sówó oúnjẹ, kò tí sówó lé, and I'm sure they will be living a kind of a large life here in UK. Ó lè jẹ́ bí ọwọ́ ra lé fún gan nílé tó ń gbé. Ó lè ní kó lọ ra 2 bedroom fún tó máa fi wà comfortable, wọ́n fẹ́ kó gbé nínú hostel. Wọ́n ní wọ́n fẹ́ kó gbé hostel. We don't want him to live in the hostel. Probably, buy a house. 2 bedroom, not too far away from central London. Àwa tá à ń gbé London gan sef a lè gbé ní central London. Òmẹ̀tàn san ní central London. 42 million naira òun lówó school fees ọmọ yìí for 3 years course. Wọ́n ló báàgì global management, enterprise and innovation. Ọmọ Gandola. And these our people crying here, asking us to break away from that shit, messed up country. Ẹ wo àwọn èèyàn tó wà ní Amẹ́ríkà bó ṣe ń complain. Àwọn èèyàn tó wà ní Germany, Cairo, Egypt, Oman, Kuwait, Togo, Uganda, Ivory Coast, Sierra Leone, Libya, Benin Republic. Ẹ wo báwọn èèyàn ṣe ń complain. Let me now show you. I think we've got another video. Mo fẹ́ fi picture ilé sílẹ̀ ni mo fẹ́ kó lọ jìnnà. Hey, congratulations, ọmọ Saraki from LSE, London School of Economics. Àti sọ mo ní bí ilé wọ́n lè bí sí London, I don't know. But tọ́ba bí òun náà sí London, orúkọ yunifásitì ẹ̀ tó lọ lílé is called London School of Economics. London School of Economics, ibẹ̀ ló lọ. Ìwọ lórí pàǹsàpàǹsà, èmi ló ń bá jà. Èmi Kóìkì ló ń bá jà, èmi tèmi ń sọ fún ẹ pé àníyàn ló ń jẹ. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo school fees wọn. Èlò ló ń san fees. So, tó bá bí sí London, bàbá ẹ̀ náà ó lè gba loan fún ní bíbáyìí. Tó bá dẹ̀ bí sí London, èyí tóun náà máa san lélẹ̀. Tables of fees. Let's go and look at it. Tables of fees for 2021 to because òun ti wọlé ó ti ṣe tán. So jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé láti bíbáyìí ló ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. So 3 years ago, kàní ó wọlé ní 2019, 2020. So ó wọlé ní 2019. Tables of fees. Let's increase it a little bit. So, a university commencing their degree in 2018, Sherino, overseas students would have paid £19,000, which is almost equivalent to Eyeti or more Gandola, no, Sonny Bibai. Tabak Bewasi Bibai, listen. Right, Sherry? Almost the same thing, the man said, about just 1,000 difference. but iti ọmọ Gandola ṣe is 18,500. Iti ọmọ Saraki ṣe is 19,152. But ẹni tó bá jẹ́ pé home student àbí ọmọ EU, tí bá sọ pé home, that means pé ọmọ tó bí sí ìlú yìí ni mo mìíràn tó ní status, tó ní immigration status. Kò ń ṣèwọ tó tiẹ̀ fẹ́ wá sí yunifásitì nísìnyí tó ṣe ń wáyé tó máa fún ẹ lówó. Ọ̀la ní gbogbo wọn ní kúure, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ àṣẹ, mo fàṣẹ sí lórí. So when we are talking that ẹ wo táwọn èèyàn ṣe ń para l'Amẹ́ríkà because wọ́n fẹ́ kí life tiwa dá níbí. So now look at the students here, the Unibank students. Can you see them? Protesting for 20,000. Eleni students are getting depressed. 13,500 naira to 41,400 naira. Now shift to 61,400 naira. Is this the change you brought for your students? You claim to be your children. Salamu. Why? Let's go and hear what Buhari told us when he was coming. And they are preparing again. They are preparing. And we have gullible Nigerians that will be ready to support them again for 2023. I mean, gullible Nigerians. Let me show you what Buhari promised you. Baba Bubu, Bubu, dead or alive, it doesn't make any difference to me. If he's alive, it doesn't make any difference. If he's dead, it doesn't matter. Batoku ati Batoku kini yato. Bubu, where are you? Bubu, Bubu, Baba Bubu. 419. When you're looking for the major 419, the EFCC is looking for the Yahoo boys. When we have a government of 419, they got arrested from Okorocha to Rotimi Amechi to Fashola to every single one of them. Ingige, Oshiomole, Omolifo, every one of them, they're all 419. I'm coming, bear with me. Pastor. All right, let's first place this first.
Our story, the story of the Nigerian youth. As a child, I was told I was lucky to be born in Nigeria. I was told that my land flowed with milk and honey and that we were the giants of Africa. I was told that we represented the black race and that my country was on the path to greatness. Some of my schools had doors, windows, and some tables, while some had no doors, no windows, no tables, and no form of electricity. I could hardly hear my teachers over the din of Labour's generator. I was promised books that never came and taught by those who themselves needed teaching. This was my foundation. I started life disadvantaged through no fault of mine. My parents made me promises based on the promises the government made to them. I was told that blackouts would soon be a thing of the past. I was told that water was coming to my area. I was told that the roads in my neighborhood would soon be tarred. I stood under the sun to thank the governor for using taxpayers' money to give my school some tables. He carried me up and in a loud voice said, "This is the future of Nigeria." They all said I was the future, but their actions clearly showed they didn't believe there was a future. As I prepared for university, I found out that no matter how hard I worked, that my name, religion, and the part of Nigeria that I came from mattered more than my hard work. My parents never told me that it was more important to buy handouts than to read. They never told me I was the object of my lecturer's affection. They never told me that a 4-year program could take 6 years. They never told me that some of my lecturers were the grandmasters of the confraternities. I was not told that it was easier to save money to pay for whatever grades I wanted than to read for the grades. I am now a graduate, despite and in spite of it all. 2020 is here and I'm searching for Vision 2020. I guess they never knew 2020 would come so soon. I still don't have water, my roads are still not tarred, and yes, I can still hear the generators humming away. The 5-year-old APC government says I should blame the previous PDP government, so I look for all the umbrella-carrying politicians. But lo and behold, they are all carrying brooms now. What to do? Umbrella or broom? Broom and umbrella. I need a job. This is who I am. I am the Nigerian youth. I am not lazy, neither am I corrupt. I could compete globally if I had the right tools. My Nigerian education has not prepared me for the world in which I live in. I would work if the jobs were available. I would farm if the farmlands were safe, if I had guaranteed off-takers for my produce, or if I had access to processing facilities within my area. I could start an online business if I had access to steady power, good and affordable internet, money to buy a laptop, or access to a techno park with shared services within my district. There are so many things I could do if my government would provide the enabling environment for me to thrive. I've been meaning to tell you that your minimum wage doesn't cover my monthly transportation. We have said that the Nigerian youth will drive agricultural revolution, but conveniently forgot to mention that farmers are being killed every day. You have now promised to enlist 1 million Nigerian youth into the army to fight Boko Haram. The same Boko Haram that was created by a politician who roams the streets of Abuja freely, while tens of thousands have been killed and millions displaced. The same war that other nations use one precision-guided missile to end, while my government shares contracts for the supply of bullets and AK-47s. Daily, I see videos of our troops fainting because they lack water, pushing their armored personnel carriers or protesting one thing or the other. Sorry, but this is not the kind of job I want. I will consider enlisting only when I see your children enlisted and in the front lines. Those of you who created Boko Haram should bring your children back from Europe and America to fight Boko Haram. Your war, their fight.
Did you enjoy that? Oh my God! Thank you very much, my pretty beautiful sister there. Students in Nigeria, I hope you are following the trend and understand that we are not your problem. Biafra is not your problem. Oduduwa or Yoruba nation are not your problem. Your problems are the politicians that have kept you in that dungeon. Let's hear this. I've got a few things. Let's hear what this man was telling us a few months back.
Right. Nigeria, again, everything that I've ever read about Nigeria, if you don't open your pocket and pay off everyone from the lowest to the highest, you don't get anything done. And I've read Nigerian artists, writers and things, and they all seem to say that. Also now in Nigeria, if you're an intelligent Nigerian, you need to get out of that country if you want to get ahead. Because the powers that be there want to hold everybody down, especially when...
Only if you are an intelligent person in Nigeria, get out of that country as quickly as possible. Get out. Joseph Akintomide say, "Gbogbo wọn ni wèrè." Somebody Ola says, I graduated at the Federal Poly in Offa in Kwara State. Why to ban sọ̀rọ̀ Kwara? Ẹ má tètè rán mi létí kí n gbé ọmọ Sàràkí síbẹ̀ kẹ́lẹ̀ bá rí ẹ̀. Kọ̀tẹ́ bá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ Kwara láti máa mú òun jáde. Ó ní Ọlá ní, I graduated in the Federal Poly of Kwara State in 2014. How many years? 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 7 years. Ó jẹ́ kó ti settle down sẹ́nu iṣẹ́ kan kó ti ní 5 years experience. I studied computer engineer. Till now, I don't have a work. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wáṣẹ́ ní computer, mo kàn máa type ẹ̀ sórí Google, computer engineer. In the UK, job search, computer engineer, Ejekawa, jobs, job search, Ejekawa. So if I was looking for a job today as a computer engineer, more section will only níbẹ̀, but let's just say basic. A basic computer engineer, these are part of what is coming up. Software engineer, staff software engineer, full-time, CC++ software engineer. So, mo ti click lórí iṣẹ́ yẹn, right? These are companies tẹ́ pé tó bá ń wáṣẹ́ tí wọ́n wá bí ṣe wà ní UK nísì tí bá fi pé wo ọmọ jẹ́ ń lọ wá kankan tí máa fọ pa ọ́dà jàre torí pé lójú ẹlòmíì nísìn Koiki bó ṣe jókòó sórí social media yẹn òun pa owó lórí ẹ̀ ní kìnìkan. Look, I can decide to go and work. But èmi ti fẹ́ iṣẹ́ kan náà ni mò ń ṣe kò yé a lot of people ni pé as a freelance journalist I can budge into something else. Tó bá wù mí mo lè lọ ṣe catering, tó bá wù mí mo lè lọ ṣe driving. Ibi tí mo ti gbé for 23 years. By September 21st, ó máa pé 23 years. Now, let's click on this. So for you, Ola, if you were in UK, all you need to, you should be earning between 40 to 80,000 pounds a year for a computer vision engineer. Emi omoru engineer ti wo ko, but from what you are telling me that you graduated from Offa University, by now, eye to yẹ kó máa pa lélẹ̀, ó yẹ kó máa paṣu gidi ni. Ká tẹ̀ sọ pé give and take ó tẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú bí i 40,000 pounds. Software Development Engineer, Intel, 2022 UK. Amazon Data Services. If Amazon is making money, ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo kí ni value Amazon. Àní Nàìjíríà ò gbádùn kò ń ṣe ìlú òṣì ni. You are wasting your time trying to support this bastard. Táwọn ọmọ wọn dúró máa wá di ọ̀gá mọ́ yín lórí. Àwọn ọmọ wọn ṣorí can you see? Àwọn ọmọ wọn tó ń bọ̀ wá di eléyìí wọn ní ó lọ kọ́ innovative. So bí ó ń bọ̀ wá establish nǹkan kan ní Kano. What is the value of Amazon? What is the value of Amazon? Kò ń ṣe ìjọba lónìí, its own private company. As at Aroi, right? According to the information I have here, good morning, Alima Olajumoke, tí mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ dárúkọ yín, ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Yes, federal government must pray the decay now and Oladele. The value no more well. Okay, only I think I've seen something here. Can you see this? Amazon is officially worth $1 trillion. Èyí tẹ́ bá mọ mass, ẹ lè bá mi gbé lọ sí náírà torí kò rí tèmi má lọ bust. Educate yín how things are work. Amazon, ẹ mọ̀ pé nígbà tí mo lọ sí Liverpool, mo fi building kan tó ń kọ́ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ tó ní Amazon ló máa lò bẹ̀. Ìkan wà fún Lidl. Amazon, iṣẹ́ wo l'Amazon ń ṣe? Logistics. Ìlú òṣì, ìlú tó ti àlákà. From there, one need somebody like Ola tó náà ṣe computer engineer, because Amazon ní níbí báyìí, wọ́n náà wọ́n wáṣẹ́ òun lélẹ̀. So you can get a job, apply on the company website. So tí bá fẹ́ apply nísìn, tó bá jẹ́ pé mo ní skills yẹn, but wọ́n máa kọ́kọ́ create account and all that. So let's just go back 1 minute. Let me close this one. Remember, Amazon tó ní $1 trillion already láti gba ọlá tó ṣetán ní Offa University, House of Oòduà, mo kí yín bẹ̀. As soon as I have a signal, or tẹ́ bá ti rí pé Citizen NEWY ti wà on, ẹ jẹ́ kí n mọ̀. We go straight to New York. Èmi náà monitor the people, but I can't say a signal yet. But what I'm trying to say is, if Ola that finished at Offa Polytechnic, tí Sàràkí olórí burúkú tó jẹ governor yìí fún 8 years, ọmọ àlè, ọmọ oníran wèrè, tọ́mọ tiẹ̀ ṣe tán ní London School of Economics nílùú òyìnbó ní bíbáyìí, tó ń san over 19,000, or tó bá jẹ́ home fee ni, torí mo mọ̀ bí ọmọ yẹn sí bíbáyìí, ọmọ ẹ̀kọ́ ni mò ń bá jà, ìyẹn nǹkan mi, bọ̀ bàbá ẹ̀ ni mò ń bá jà, torí pé bàbá ẹ̀ ni bàbá olórí burúkú tó dá wàhálà sí irú Ọlá tó ṣe tán ní Offa University or Polytechnic tí kò lè ríṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, nítorí pé nígbà tí Sàràkí wà níbẹ̀, ó jẹ́ kóhun ní làákàyè pé as a governor ó jẹ́ kó ṣe system pé technology ó lè má fi paṣu náà. Kàkà bẹ́ẹ̀, they were not interested. Ó tún wá ń gbégbá, òun wá ń sọ̀rọ̀ olórí burúkú Sàràkí, ó ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Twitter ní bíbá, ẹ máa gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ.
Put the people forward. And that is why when we talk about the issue of, for example, when people talk about Twitter ban, we look at it from the point of view of how does it impact on the livelihood of young Nigerians. This is a platform where it's like a marketplace where people go to sell.
Ó sọ̀rọ̀ nípa how does it have effect. Olórí burúkú ẹ̀ kò sọ́pọ́ọ̀tì Ọlá tó ṣe tán ní Offa University. Ó wá sórí Instagram nísìn, ó sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Twitter. Are you not mad? Èyí tẹ́ wà nílé. Tó bá ń ṣe pé orí yín ò pé, ẹ̀yà tún wá gbélé ẹ̀ tún wá sọ pé tẹ́ bá wá lọ ka comment. Sàràkí ló lè ṣe, he can be the next president. Orí yín ti gbálẹ̀. Orí yín ti sán. Sàràkí tó ṣe the right thing fún yín as a governor ló máa wá ṣe the right thing, just like Tinubu. Àwọn kan ní kí ni mo wá Tinubu, kí ni mo wá lé ẹ̀fún tí mo fi sílẹ̀ lọ́rùn. Ó ṣe gómìnà fún 8 years. Kò ṣe healthcare facility tó lè tọ́jú àwọn èèyàn. Ẹ ṣe gan màmá mi pastor. Olani, before I got the admission, I went to learn a handwork on how to do networking programming software, which I'm very good in it, so that when I get to the school, it will be easy for me, but now I'm on my own. Ola Sàràkí wá ń bẹ sọ̀rọ̀ ní bíbáyìí.
The products, they market the products, they engage in business. it's something that, as a government, you've got to think about how does it affect my people, and how does it.
The Twitter ban in Nigeria has cost you all. Èyí tẹ́ rọra ń manage tẹ́ fi rọra ń fi pawọ́dà torí oríṣiríṣi iṣẹ́ níyàn lè ṣe ní Nàìjíríà tó lè fi pawọ́dà. Èló láti lose in the last 100 days. Nigeria have lost 240. Ṣé èló nìyẹn? 247 billion naira in 100 days. Whereas the same company tá ń pè ní Amazon tá ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ ní bíbá kò ń ṣe ìjọba ló ní o. Ẹ gbọ́ mi yé? It is owned by an individual. Ó gbé ọpọlọ kalẹ̀. So that means pé tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n fún ọlá ní opportunity. Yes, thank you very much, Gistec. We celebrate meritocratic in one Nigeria. How can Nigerians spend their own lifetime living below average lifestyle? If Ola was given that same opportunity, by now, Tabata sọ pé give and take. Ìgbà wo ni Facebook bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó di pé ó di big boy? Ìgbà wo ni àwọn Twitter bẹ̀rẹ̀? Ọlá náà lè sọ pé òkè òun bí a ṣe níyàn kan tó ń ṣe Eurohab, right? Ọlá ní lọ sọ pé òkè òun lè set up nǹkan kan nítorí ọpọlọ tó náà ń gbé fóun, but kò ní access sí funding nílé. Ó ṣe máa tún máa wá funding láti ta àwọn èèyàn máa pé ní yahoo yahoo because ti di pé irú house pop yẹn ti borúkọ Nàìjíríà jẹ́. So ìwọ tó ń sọ pé Nàìjíríà tó bá ní passport Nàìjíríà ọkàn owó ìsàmà rẹ̀ because ó ti wà devalue. Nàìjíríà ti wà devalue because of the atrocity of some individuals that have also castigate problem on the rest of us. Because àwa tá a ṣe wàhálà, àwa tá a mọ tá a jẹ gbìn, àwa là ń kú gbìn nísìn. Àwọn hush puppy àtàwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ tó dá wàhálà sílẹ̀. Àti Abadi Taylor. And when we are talking, I give you this kind of, explanation. And that is why when we come back again, let's go to New York here. This was yesterday. You can see what people are saying here yesterday. Chegbo? Kò benefit Yoruba, kò benefit anybody. Kò benefit Yoruba, kò benefit anybody. So why are we now trying to save Nigeria? Save Nigeria for? That is my question. Who are we saving Nigeria for? With 40,000 pounds, the guy could be earning minimum of 22 million yearly. Eshegoni baba mi Ola Kodri. What about me? Ola what about me? Imo te comment Facebook. Mo ṣe ń wò nísìnyí. Ola Kodri sọ fún ẹ pé with and this eléyàn ṣe kò ń ṣe film trick o. Má rò pé ntí Koiki sọ film trick ni o. Àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn ń gba oṣù yẹn gidi o. Tó bá jẹ́ pé line tèmi náà mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀ ni, ìtèmi mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀. Bí èmi náà bá máa paṣu jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. But media ta mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀. Àrà manage ara wa. But line tí wọ́n mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀ yẹn is worth almost 40,000 pounds to start with. Lekan Muiwa says earlier on, tí mo pin ẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀, pé àwọn tó jẹ́ ọmọ indigene nísìn. Olani, I am now 33 years old now, and I work in the house to work for my friend who know that I'm good in networking, programming, and software. Still, police will still telling me that I'm a yahoo because they see laptop with me. And that country is mad. I think we have a caller coming through. Hello, caller.
Hello, bros.
Ṣé fẹ́ dá sótò ni? Torí ẹlẹ́mọ̀ mọ̀ bí a mọ̀ wà lórí tò ni.
Okay, ṣé orí ètò lẹ́wà?
Mo wà lórí ètò ẹ̀ kò sẹ́ni tó bá ń pè mo wà lórí program so bí a ká sọ̀rọ̀ later. No, àsọ̀rọ̀ yẹn later kò ń ṣe nísìnyí má bínú. So this is why we are saying that Amazon is worth 1 trillion. So only 20,000 pounds for Amazon. 20,000 pounds is nothing for a company that needs your brain, that needs your talent, that needs your skills. And yet, this 419 man is talking about Twitter here.
Whatever decisions we make, we must put the people forward. And that is why when we talk about the issue of, for example, when people talk about Twitter ban, we look at it from the point of view of how does it impact on the livelihood of the young?
You did not impact anything in Kwara State, Saraki. So shut up your dirty, stinking mouth. You did not impact the life of Ola that finished right inside of Kwara Poly in 2014. And that goes to all the other states. Àti Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún, àti Amosun, àti Sanwó-Olú, àti Sanwó-Okú, àti Ambode. All lè ní gbogbo wọn, they are all 419. Ẹni Koiki ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, kò ní dá fún yàrá ya gbogbo wọn. Àwọn olè òṣì. Make life miserable for the people. Ẹ wá wo bá ṣe ṣèkó. Àwọn ará Èkó. Àwọn ará Èkó. Ẹ wá wo fídíò yẹn. Màá mi ṣe send ẹ̀ sí mi ni. Ẹ ríran.
The first industrialized local government with the survive Nigeria. Okada the second industrialized local government with the survive Nigeria. But all government officials just to come there, they collect the money. See the road still jaga. Everywhere still yama. Fashola super minister, tell me why they look away from Ota. Why they is only building railway with the carry and they go to jail. I no blame Buhari. I swear I blame Obasanjo. Senator Tolu or the B doesn't even answer anybody.
419 olè náà lélẹ̀ orójú ẹ̀ òrèlè òrórí ẹ̀ bó ṣe rí ẹ̀ríran.
Let's even count the previous one. He has ruled. He has ruled for 8 years. And this road is like this. It's a serious matter.
Ó wá ṣeré jàre Idris Abdulsalam Agabo Bakari Delonje. Let's come back here again. I'm going to bring the program maybe to an end, and when we get a signal, we come back and then we stream that so that I can just do some few things. Okay, I think I don't pay lórí video. Èmi ò ní gbé video call. Ẹ máa wò mí kẹ́ tó máa pè lórí video call kò possible. Sorry, can't pick video calls. Amazon is officially worth $1 trillion. Amazon. Iṣẹ́ wo l'Amazon gan ṣe? And yeah, in 100 days, èyí ti lose 247 billion. Ṣé wọ́n ṣe dáadáa fún yín ni? And now Saraki ó sọ níbí báyìí, ó sọ̀rọ̀ youth, ẹja gbọ́n kan tó sọ níbí báyìí.
Unemployment is so high in the country, and anything that is going to increase unemployment.
I think we have a call coming through. Hello, Mama wa. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ọjọ́ kan pẹ̀lú ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò àwa ni ẹ mọ̀.
Ọlọ́run bá ẹ̀tọ́ á máa fún ẹ lálàáfíà, Ọlọ́run máa jogún àlàáfíà tó bẹ fún ẹ lágbára Ọlọ́run. O ò ní ṣàìsàn o, lágbára Ọlọ́run. Gbogbo ń ta gbọ́kànlé, Ọlọ́run á ṣiṣẹ́ di lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé wọ́n ń kára mọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ lè dìké pẹ̀lú ẹni yẹn?
Lọ́yà ń ṣiṣẹ́ lé lórí sẹ́ẹ̀. Lọ́yà ń ṣiṣẹ́ lé. That's the only thing that qualifies everybody.
Ayọ̀rí sí rere lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ayọ̀rí sí rere.
We're not leaving anything on top.
Àbí kílẹ̀ ń pe 1 million wọn yẹn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni mà.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ tight security kan jẹ́ kó máa wà dáadáa. Àti ẹ̀wà kéye Nàìjíríà láwà.
L'Amẹ́ríkà. Ní ẹgbẹ́ UN building. Tí Joe Biden ń bọ̀ lọ́la àbíjọ́ ọlọ́nà ń bọ̀. As in location 419 máa ń mi tí DSS a máa wáyàn kiri.
Exactly. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni o. Wọ́n dẹ̀ jọ gbogbo ẹni tí ọmọ Yorùbá Nàìjíríà kan bá máa ṣe kán má máa expose ẹ̀ lórí afẹ́fẹ́ mọ́. Torí olórí burúkú Gumi tó lọ síbẹ̀ yẹn, Ọlọ́run bó ṣe débẹ̀, Ọlọ́run nìkan ló yé. Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ máa bá ìmọ̀ ẹ̀. Lábúrò máa bàjẹ́ fún mi. Agbára Ọlọ́run. Ọlọ́run máa fún ẹ lálàáfíà.
Ẹ ṣé gan-an. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin Alhaji, Alhaja, ẹ̀yin wòlíì, ẹ̀yin àfà, white garment churches, non-white garment churches. Gbogbo yín pátápátá la kí. But the truth has to be said. You cannot go to church or mosque and oníṣẹ̀ṣe. Kódà bọ́ tẹ̀ ṣe oríṣiríṣi àdúrà fún ẹ náà. Kí ló fẹ́ fi ṣiṣẹ́? There's no job. Iṣẹ́ tẹ̀tẹ̀ tí wọ́n á ní tẹ́ fi ń pàwọ̀dà ẹlòmíì bí akọ̀ ń ṣàdbàt kékeré lórí Twitter. tọrọ rán fún ní bí i 10,000 3,000 4,000 tó dẹ̀ rọra wà òkè olórí burúkú bàbá burúkú yìí dead or alive kò sí tó kàn mí he decide to shut it down. Let's go to Abeokuta. Hello caller.
Ẹ máa káàárọ̀ ẹ kú iṣẹ́ ọpọlọ.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò bàbá mi.
Ìyá ẹ̀ka ẹ̀kọ́ ọjọ́ mẹ́ta ẹ̀kú tẹ̀síwájú.
Àwa ni ẹ sà.
À ń rí yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń tẹ̀síwájú. Ẹ wá wọ́ọ̀rì àwa náà ti múra sílẹ̀ níbí báyìí.
Ó dà.
Ṣó ti à ń pìpìà sílẹ̀. Yorùbá nation ló go back.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run.
No going back. Kò sí nǹkan tó máa jẹ ìyà ń jẹ wá lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ bí àwa tá a wà ní.
Tó ń ṣe kékeré.
Ìyà ń jẹ wá gidi kan àwa tá a wà ní Nàìjíríà ojú ká wá gan. Kọjá bá ṣe ń sọ. Ṣé ojú ti yẹ gbogbo àwọn tá à ń sọ àwọn tó jẹ́ mẹ̀kúnnù àwọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wà tó yẹ pé wọn ò ná àǹfààní láti lè contract pẹ̀lú yín tàbí láti lè sọ ìfúnga ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ òjò tí ì gbọ́. Ọ̀dẹ adẹ ti ń try láti máa ran ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ pé nǹkan báyìí ṣe ti gbọ́ nípa nǹkan báyìí ẹ máa pèpè àsílẹ̀ o ilé tí tó lọ. Ó dẹ̀ ti yá nìyẹn no going back. Gbogbo tí wọ́n sọ pé àwọn Fúlàní pé wọ́n ń bẹ̀bẹ̀ wọ́n ṣe kinní kan lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí wọ́n bá gbogbo oko jẹ́ tán. A ò lè kúrò ní fáàmù. Àgbẹ̀lẹ̀ ní tí mo bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ yìí kò sẹ́ni mo tó bẹ̀ láti dúró ní fáàmù. Tá a bá fẹ́ wà ní fáàmù ó dìgbà tí àwọn tá a bá jọ mú oko tí ara wa tá a bá jọ wà ní fáàmù kó tó dìgbà tẹ́nìkan bá dẹ̀ ti kúrò báyìí gbogbo àjọ ń kúrò lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà.
Ẹ máa yá dànù ni. Mo dé fáàmù kan ní Kọ́ba pẹ́ ní 2016-17. Mo ní kò sí ibi tẹ́mi àti gbogbo táìmì ẹ̀kọ́ tẹ̀ tí ìdì kan báyìí. Mo ní kò sí nẹ́tíwọ̀kì báyìí àwọn ní a máa tún padà sí ìgboro ká tó rí nẹ́tíwọ̀kì mo ní.
Yes.
Let me see even if I can find out video.
Bí a ṣe ń sọ wípé ìjọ àwọn gómìnà wa ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá wọ́n ti ṣòfin tó ǹjẹ́ jẹ́ mọ̀ pé till now màálù wọ́n sì ń jẹko káàkiri wọ́n sì tún sọ kò jẹ́ wọ́n sì ń káàkiri láti
ìkíní òkùnkùn parọ́ 2018 ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ mo ti rí fídíò kan tí mo ṣe níbẹ̀ ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ.
Yes, so gbogbo nǹkan wọ̀nyí ṣẹ́yìn á máa ṣẹlẹ̀ á wá sọ pé kí Yorùbá wá sọ pé òun ò lọ síbi kankan òye tó bá tí Yorùbá fẹ́ lọ kó má lọ. Nígbà tó bá dé tán wá rí nǹkan táwa fi dá yín lójú gbogbo nǹkan tẹ̀ ń ṣe pátápátá pẹ̀lú gbogbo effort yìí la wà ń bíbá yìí la rí a sì ti àwọn náà ti ń gbáradì sílẹ̀ ẹ má fi kàn ẹ tẹ̀síwájú kó ibà ní.
Thank you very much. Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá mi. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà ní gbogbo agbègbè Abẹ́òkúta mo rí yín bẹ̀ bàbá mi Ọláwálé Onígẹmọ ni continue to show ọkà àti pé call me hello +971. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wo fídíò yìí inú igbó tí mo wò lọ ní 2018 kẹ́tẹ̀ tó máa KOIKIMEDIA mo ti ń káàkiri ilẹ̀ ọlọ́tẹ̀ ló ní kí Fúlàní má gbé mi lọ àbá má sí lórí ètò báyìí nísìnyí bí akọ́ ti pa mí ni àbí kọ́ ti ní ká wá sọ ransom àṣẹ mi kàn káàkiri nígbà yẹn mo ń tẹ́kì bàbá risk tí mo mọ̀ this was 2018 video lẹ́ ń wò yìí ẹgbọ́n sókè mò ń gbọ́ yín o.
Hello.
À ń gbọ́ yín sà.
Ẹ káàsán sà.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sà.
Ìpèjọ mẹ́ta.
Ọjọ́ kan pẹ̀lú.
Mo kàn fẹ́ ní kí n sáré dá sétò ní pápápá
ẹ ti wà lórí ẹ̀.
nípa gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ńlé. Ẹ mọ̀ èèyàn a lot of people tó wà ńlé tí wọn ò bá rìn jáde kúrò nílé wọn lè mọ nǹkan tó ń pè ní ìyà àti ìfẹ́ ṣòye yín nísìn because tẹ bá wo oye tí dọ́là jẹ́ to náírà nísìn because àwọn èèyàn tó yìn sọ pé wọ́n Nàìjíríà you understand ẹ wo oye tí dọ́là jẹ́.
Ó máa ju ti Lebanon lọ mo ti sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ẹ̀rí.
Ní ìlú Dubai tí mo wà yìí nígbà tí máa dé sí Dubai it was around one dirham to naira is 100 naira now nísìnyí ó ti di 152.
Ìyẹn 1 dirham sí 152.
Yes, just 1 dirham.
A ti tọ́dún mélòó báyìí?
Ó ti tó bá máa di November 16 I will be 2 years here.
Just under 2 years.
Everything. Exactly. Everything can deteriorate see every single day. Now tó bá tún máa dọ́là rate yẹn tó máa tún change. Ẹ wá sọ fún mi kí ni 1,000 naira kí ni ẹ lè fi rà tẹ̀lé fi jẹun sínú ara yín tẹ̀lé fi mọ̀ pé yes níbi tí mo wà yìí.
Ìyá jẹun yó.
With 20 dirham wàhálà ẹ̀ máa jẹun máa bì. With just 20 dirham 20 dirham it should be more or less like maybe 20 naira. But can you take 1,000 naira to market and buy something reasonable?
Kò jẹun ní búkà gan.
It's not. So
ẹ ṣé gan ni màmá mi Angela.
I don't know all these things. one Nigerian, it can never work. Because a lot of things look at that. But there's a partition one Nigeria. I be restructuring. Restructuring, who are the people to my one day? Is it not the same set of rogue? The same set of idiots and thief politicians? They are the same people to one day. We need a total change. We need a total change. We need to flush all these people out completely. For the new nation to come in, to sit in. Then when new nation comes in, a lot of things will be in order. Do you understand? Just ordinary peace too. But in Nigeria, police people, they are everywhere. They extort people, anyhow, harassing people, collecting people's phone, and be checking whatever thing they have on their phones. Do you understand? You can't walk out and be saying you are going with probably an expensive Android phone, not to even talk of iPhone. Then same thing goes to laptop as well. There was a time I told you my experience before living in Nigeria. I was once a banker in Nigeria. Do you understand? But that day, I just got a new car then. So if that's more motor me drive me the driver's license. Me with a fair roofing. She understand. And my brother wanted to pick his wife at the airport. On our way going from Ojota, we have fellow climb bridge. Ọlọ́pàá èmi tẹ mo wà lórí WhatsApp ni mo send the message sí àwọn ará office. Ọlọ́pàá ṣe bọ́kọ̀ everybody stop. Bọ́kọ̀ yẹn ká park ní eré tẹ mo tẹ pé. The next day, we take keep on because of it, just park. She understand? On park, nígbà tán park. Ó béèrè ìwé mọ́tò, ó béèrè gbogbo ẹ̀, mo fún ní gbogbo ẹ̀. Kò rí nǹkan kan. In particular, bí a ṣe park báyìí, the next thing, ó kọ̀ sílẹ̀kùn ni because ẹ̀gbọ́n mi báyìí kó lock central lock. Nigeria ò tiẹ̀ tí di pé tó ti rán jígíjígí ní ìsinyìí o, kò tí di tó yẹn gbà yẹn o. Ó kọ̀ já fóònù mi gbà ni, ó gbà fóònù ọwọ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi náà. So hoping that probably he might see something incriminating on it. So, could more Bushema Shifun. Money kini important change by anything because you are just wasting my time. Oh, and immediately made up mind I will never give him anything. You understand? If I thought that is not the way to approach people. I'm a citizen of that country, and I don't need to be treated as the only. I be second citizen. I think so. My name police station one. Oni Ogudu. Okay, Ogudu. Yeah, let's go there. On getting to Ogudu, Mr. KOIKIMEDIA believe phone phone one senior person. Those just senior man. So when you call phone, you want search Google phone me or you could see anything. So one day for me, the only thing to check the email address me. So when you check email address me, you worry CV. Say your contact, your consent see me. We can submit any. You be sure that because I'm an HR person. She understand. So CV and everyone kini to my leg. Tani you CV. Money telling CV go open CV and from money you got to one day. Only question iṣẹ́ wo lè ní ṣe máa sọ fún mo kọ́kọ́ hide pé mi ò jẹ́ sọ fún pé bóyá iṣẹ́ banker ni. So at the end of the day ó padà wá sí ìgbà tó ṣí kinní yẹn wá sọ fún mi pé mo ṣe wá open up sí pé mo ṣiṣẹ́ ní pé banker ni and ẹni tí ó dẹ̀ ní CV mo ní kó send ẹ̀ pé mo fẹ́ assist ẹ̀ láti bá get iṣẹ́ ni ìgbà lára iṣẹ́ wa rọlẹ̀ so wọn kò fẹ́ràn signal ni pé àwọn eléyìí bad market náà ṣe understand kọjá ká máa lọ. In the process ó ti ní kẹ́gbọ́n mi lọ mú driver's license kó lọ ṣe gbá kó lọ ṣe ọlọ́pàá tó ní ká lọ mú tó ní kẹ́gbọ́n mi lọ mú driver's license because ìyẹn gbàgbé driver's license sínú mọ́tò tiẹ̀ ṣe understand so by the time tó máa fi lọ láti Ògùdù ìrìn ojú 10 minutes lọ by the time tó máa fi dé ọlọ́pàá ti sùn ó ti lanú ilẹ̀ ó ti jàmàlà ó ti sùn sórí ìjókòó ṣe understand nígbà kan wá mú kinní dé wá ní òun ò ní di gbogbo dọ́kúmẹ́ǹtì tí wọ́n sọ yìí owó owó ní ká lọ wá wá mo ní nígbà nígbà because kí ni reason ní gbogbo paper ní everything ni ó ti kó pé kí ni reason tẹ̀ ṣe dá mi dúró sí. Eventually bá kú data oṣù wa ní ká máa lọ. Ìgbà tá a dé ní gate a fẹ́ máa lọ àwọn èèyàn sọ pé a máa sanwó mọ́tò ká a máa sanwó ká tó jáde. Ìjọ wo ni police station ló jí tó gate? Ṣé you understand? A lot of Nigerians ló lè ní courage yẹn láti lè speak out.
Fear ni, it's all about the fear. Ẹ ṣe gan-an ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, fear ni.
A lot of things pé I'm saying Yoruba nation bá dé.
Ó máa rectify all those problems. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ó máa rí civilization kò ló wà Nàìjíríà yẹn.
Ẹ ti sè, kò sí rárá.
Sọ ní Nàìjíríà. Ṣé understand? Nàìjíríà ò lè work.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Kò lè work. Àdúgbò lọ́wọ́ Buhari bó ṣe ń ṣe lọ yẹn.
Ó máa bá àgbèdè bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. No going back. Ẹ ṣe gan-an. Thank you very much. Ẹ ṣe gan-an. That will be our last caller. Mo kàn pé now àwòrán tẹ̀ ń wò yìí was 2018 nígbà tí Koiki tí mi kàn káàkiri ti bá dé Nàìjíríà. I love farming. I've talked about this so many times. I just wanted to visit the farm. Àṣé mò ń take a risk ní gbogbo time yẹn.
World would be a better place. Once again, it's been a very beautiful time, going into different farms to see where we can come in to be a farmer, an off-taker, or whether the logistic aspect of it. As you can see, there's still a lot of work to be done with all the roads leading to each of the farm. Once again, my name is Olayomi Kojo.
This video will tell you time. 13th of January 2018. So come to Nigeria. Can I shut up your mouth? Can we compare farm to Moloni some 2 weeks ago? So you look in compare and they come to Nigeria. Come to Nigeria. So what the matter for me to was in Nigeria? I've been coming to Nigeria. Coming to Nigeria for a very long time. Low in Nigeria. Stress, low in Nigeria. Stress, low in Nigeria. Stress, poverty, insecurity, no welfare. So kí ni àkànṣe àwọn máa dẹ́rù bà mí pé come to Nigeria. Kí ló wà Nigeria yìí? They coming to Nigeria, and that was, that was 2019. Very good friend of mine. That my Facebook has been taken down. Sherry, camera paro, date king paro. Sherry, did you see that? That was 2019. Nígbà tí mo dé sílé fún tí mo lọ sí INEC office tí mo fẹ́ lọ gba kíní accreditation mi láti fi lè move around fún election. That's Chioma Kimbaloye myself. The Saboni Yaba. So we just, I don't know more. I'm not pé ìtajọ́ bára wa fà yìí. A máa fà délẹ̀ tán ni. That's a funny. We remember this video. We're all mad. I don't see video to my share. We are all mad.
People, every one of us. This is a school, right? It's like this association of this school now, right? Is now saying, oh, all these associations that left this school, please donate back to the school because the school does not have school bus. We are mad. Every one of us, Nigeria, everybody is a scammer. We are all mad. That is why we must break it. Whether they like it or not, we will break that country up. I can assure you that everybody that says Nigeria is not going to break before tomorrow. Leave that to one side.
We will break it. Sure, some of you remember that video. Anyway, let's go now. And then when I get the signal, I will come back, and transmit that. But for now, if anybody is telling you, your politician, they are deceiving you at home, that Nigeria will be a better place. That was Jide Kosoko, 2015 in London. That was it. That's all of Yoruba nation. We won't keep quiet. Yoruba nation come on. But that's fine, no problem. It's just a matter of time. That was made there in BBC. BBC near. BBC when one of the spokesmen of PDP came one time like that. He works with Nigeria, in the give me Baba channel as well. That's Nigeria Voices. You can see there. So it's fight to finish. That's me and Showore, my brother there. You can see it. Showore ni elemu here. You see it? So for those of you that do not know, Imati Baba confirm Ati Bamini Igbowo Osha Ekun Kofulani. And that's your Nigerian airport. Some years back, no here. Anyway, let us say thank you very much to every one of you that have joined us for this day. We've run about 15 minutes behind schedule. So that will be for it this afternoon. Have a very good afternoon and enjoy the rest. I'll be back again. I'll pick the signal from New York. I'm not sure what's going on. We'll pick the signal. But at 6 o'clock, I'll be back again for Niger Voices. And on that note, I say bye for now.
If we've been attacked again, it's because of our values, our taste for freedom, the possibility there is here to believe freely and not to give in to any terror. Let me say this very clearly again. We will never give in.
It's less than 2 weeks since France won its
created by the enemy of black men. Then, where the black never civilize. Location 9, that is what it is. The country where the leader said the people's glory. They don't get children to prostitute, and the toy boy children to terrorists. Now, terrorists don't take over. Yoruba people say we know they do again. Say hold the to our nation, that is what we want now. Freedom, 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 freedom. When the fuck they come and free us? Freedom, 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 freedom. Yeah. Location 9, Lu Boko Haram. Ilu àwọn hush politician àti S-men. Fake promises every year. Fake miracle everywhere. Fake military anywhere. Now, all the dry people wanna go. The Afro people wanna go. Location 419 need to break off. Freedom, 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 freedom. We need the freedom. Freedom, 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 freedom. Free education and audio. Good security na one chance. Over 100 million people don't poor. All my nigga need a job, they know they see work. They want to go to farm, full and near attack. Don't give me any fucking reason why we no go. Even many people say they wanna go. Freedom, 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 freedom. Freedom, 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 freedom. I'm fighting. So Kiyojo Alewa Kole Dujoyi Edide Omo Oduduwa Let this struggle begin. You're British. You came to Africa to come and enslave us, and you call it colonization. with one Nigeria. Who tell you we are one when only Yoruba never get themselves right? But you join us together, even with the people who never think like us. And since then, you damage our culture, you damage our language, and you damage our way of life. Just because of your whole greediness. The 419 amalgamation has expired since 2014. Come to Nigeria. Come and separate what you match together as one. We are not one. We can never be one. We don't have the same culture. We don't speak the same language. We just came there from nowhere and match us together. Who made it God over us? We don't know anything about us. We just come there from nowhere and match us together. Since then, we never get it right. Nigeria, you know Yoruba today. As you go to talk, as you are afraid to let Baba in. Amalgamation 419 expire. What expire láti 2014. So ẹjí ẹ má sùn àsìkò ti tó láti jà fún ẹ̀tọ́ lẹ bàbá yín. A fool at 60 is a fool forever. Ẹ má sùn.